All-Stars under the lights. Yep, that's how it is going here tonight, folks. Welcome to Nashville Superspeedway on this beautiful Wednesday night here for the Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race here at Nashville Superspeedway. We've got all of our best drivers here from the Cup Series lined up. Got a couple more guys that won their way in, like Jeremiah Hobbs, who was originally supposed to be here in the booth with us, but won his way in through a win and get in race. And yeah, we had to find some replacement guy to get up here in the booth. So we got, Jason Collins. Only thing on his resume really was points leader all season and owner of the league. So I mean, I think we'll manage with Jason, but nah, just kidding. We got Jason up here in the booth with us. Just had to I wanted to throw a joke at Jason. So yeah, good to have you up here in the booth with us, Jason. And man, excited to see what you got here, the product for the track, as we've got Nashville Superspeedway rolling here with the All-Star guys. Oh, and one thing, sorry about the cameras. Chris wanted to say, he said it's showing black right now, so he did apologize on that. I'm not personally seeing it, but I think he just fixed it. Okay, and yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, oh, sorry, Jason.
It's good to be here with you guys tonight, man.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be a fun night here at Nashville. We're gonna see some good racing. We went to the fairgrounds earlier in the season. Now we get to go to the Super Speedway here for the All-Star race. And it's gonna be fun. I love super speedway racing here at Nashville. It's a good little track. I mean, it's a 1 in 3. I said super speedway racing. I meant to say love racing here at the Super Speedway of Nashville, and little 1.3 mile oval. It's got its turns, man. It's one of those tracks that can catch you off guard, and it's gonna be fun to see these couple competitors get out here and race hard. We know they're all gonna want to be that all-star winner here, and just an exhibition race. So it's gonna be that last little bit of a momentum to carry into your off season before these boys get started up here soon. But Chris, going into tonight, we're expecting to see some fun things. Have some fun up here in the booth with Jason and Co. But what do you think is going to happen as we go in tonight, Chris?
Well, a lot of the things about this track, people don't really understand is if you notice the concrete color, it's actually concrete. It's not the normal asphalt that they use, on your normal racetrack. So kind of think of it as Dover. Everybody usually says it's a cheese grater, and that's what we're looking for here tonight. Is going to be a lot of tires chewed up, a lot of drivers, getting loose, a lot of drivers having issues, holding the car down, on the bottom of the track. We know they're going to try to run their way up towards the middle of the run, but we don't know how long it's going to, be able to last because, like we said, it's like Dover. It will eat your tires up.
And they're only getting 6 total sets tonight for the race, so it's about 33 laps on a run per tire set, basically.
Okay, so it looks like YouTube is just hanging out right now on the stream only. Facebook, for some reason, just went down through the whatever program that Chris uses. I really don't know for the streaming process, but it looks like the Facebook end decided just to take itself out of the game. So we'll definitely get that Facebook stream back up here in just a moment. So if you got any friends or family that you're watching on YouTube, they're watching on Facebook, vice versa, just go ahead and let them know that we will get that Facebook stream up here in just a second.
So the Facebook link is currently down, and Chris is working on putting it back up right now. The YouTube link is going. The stream on YouTube is going. He's just got to work on the Facebook link. So give us just a couple minutes on that, and he'll get that sorted out.
All right, as you're looking at your grid here tonight, as we roll out here at this beautiful night here at Nashville Superspeedway, it's going to be about 84 degrees on the track, mostly cloudy outside, but it's going to be dark. It's going to be cold on that racetrack. These boys are going to be slipping and sliding, though, once they get into this run. But as we're going to get ready to go ahead and get through your qualifying grid here, looks like we don't have a lot of drivers gridded up at all. If we just want to give them a second here. We'll just give them a second here. Let these guys get gridded up. But I mean, yeah, Nashville Superspeedway, we're going to have, let's see, not counting myself because I accidentally signed up for the race instead of clicked watch. So, oops. We're going to have 13 drivers on the racetrack here tonight. So it's going to be fun to see all these boys get down for one last time in these cars. We're destined to see some team changes, number changes, schemes, liveries, whatever you want to say. I mean, going into next season, this will definitely be the. I just got an admin penalty. Dang it, man. Well, I'm out of here, guys. So I've been disqualified. I can't no longer be in the stream per NASCAR rules. So I'm just kidding, but Adam Lancaster and all these guys are going to be running some different teams. Maybe next year we're going to see some new guys, and it's going to be fun. It's fun to see these boys run these race cars one last time, as it looks like everybody is in now. Gonna go ahead and get your qualifying grid going. As Chris, if you want to hop on board that nice camera, I say that Adam Lancaster did his Houdini. I'll have to give him 1 second before he grids back in. 4 seconds, so he better hurry.
And if you notice, there's one name in particular missing on that list tonight, and it's old Kinder. He's not here tonight.
Oh, yeah, I did just realize that. And, man, I want to dude, Lancaster just got gridded up literally last second. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and run through your qualifying grid as Facebook seems to be back up. Adam Lancaster on pole here tonight with Scott Fritz in that number 1 Ford Mustang.
Sorry,
and then it's going to be Alex Huffman in P3 with Justin Winters lining up in.
Yeah, I was just telling.
Oh no, it's going to be Matt Grenier lining up in P4. Excuse me. Then Justin Winters going to be in P5 with Dylan Butler in that 6th place position. Casey Barlow going to be lining up in that 7th spot with Ronnie Shirk in 8th. Then it's going to be that number 10 machine, Jeremiah Hobbs, lining up in that 9th place position, won his way in to this race here tonight. And then you're going to have that number 48, Mo Abbott, lining up in 10th. Then it's going to be Jonathan Swartz in that 11th place position. We know that driver had a lot of trouble there in the championship race, as everybody did, it seemed like, during championship week at Phoenix. But Jonathan Swartz, man, another one of those drivers that shows a lot of speed everywhere we go this past season. So going to be interesting to see, man. We got all these guys that are bad fast. We got a track that's bad fast. We got a good low downforce, high horsepower package. And these boys are running to the green here in just a moment. Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz, as they're going to bring the Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race to the green. Number 4, you see Alex Huffman in that number 8 machine get into the wall. A moment of silence there on lap number 1 for Joanne Hamdorf. This memorial race for her here tonight. She was unfortunately passed away this past week, and we were going to be on the stream last week with all the iRacing updates, and they were talking about the servers going down. We unfortunately were not able to call the race. She did unfortunately pass away, and that is why the name is what it is here tonight. So a big honor to her, and just and a big shout out to her husband, Uva, as we know he is watching tonight. So, just all of our prayers, thoughts go out to the family, and we hope you guys can celebrate here tonight the life she had. And yes, we appreciate you guys being here. As we're gonna get back here to the action, Scott Fritz in that number 1 machine got himself out in the first, man, and he's rolling here. Scott Fritz, one of those drivers that was in the championship 4. And looked solid at Phoenix, man, until late race. He just kind of fell off, got into some trouble. As Alex Huffman, that is your reigning Cup champion in that number 8 machine. He's sitting in that 2nd place. He's under pressure from that Lancaster's Transmission 28 and Justin Winters. Those boys putting the pressure all on each other. That 15 of Matt Grenier, another one of those drivers, man. Casey Barlow in that 24 machine. As, here at lap number 4, we've got a good little race going, and these boys are digging.
Yeah,
and speaking of...
Sorry, go ahead, Jason.
Speaking of Scott Fritz, the Most Improved Driver Award is going to go to him this season because he has increased his overall abilities from a top 10 driver last season to making it to the Final 4 this season. So he'll be getting that in Most Improved Driver Award.
Oh, indeed, man. Watching that one machine just from the start when me and Chris came on board at Las Vegas, man, he was a consistent driver. He had the win, I want to say, when we got into the season, and rolling through the season, he had his ups and downs, and then once it got around playoff time, man, that one of Scott Fritz put the hammer down, and he's done nothing but go forward. I mean, no looking back from that one machine. He might be another championship contender next season as we roll up, but right now he's looking strong here tonight. He's looking to pick up that All-Star race win.
Yeah, it looks like, just wanted to point out real quick, guys, want to apologize for that Facebook stream going down. Don't know what happened to it. I was sitting here just looking at everything, and then all of a sudden I saw that it said something couldn't be found, so it just shut the stream down itself, so I had to get it rolling back up, and just letting everybody know the Facebook stream is back up. Huffy says that Jason is a bad commentator, so just need to you need to get out there, Jason.
All right, we'll be fighting him in the pit lane.
I've just been working, you know, waiting on getting in time to intervene there.
As rolling here at lap number 7, we've got a good little race. You know, these boys kind of spread out. You know, it's just, Jason, put into the mentality of, you know, maybe some of the fans at this part of the race, what are these drivers maybe thinking, you know, what's going on in these drivers' heads, and, you know, how are they trying to get that car set up for this long run here?
Right now, it's all about taking care of that right front, man. They do not want to abuse the right rear or the right front. When you're going into the corners, you want to get the car slowed up as much as you can.
Sorry about that.
You want to get the car slowed up as much as you can. And yes, Alex got big loose there a moment ago. He really stepped the car sideways coming off the corner. So that's the biggest thing, though, is keeping that right rear, you know, kind of cool so that you don't do what Alex just did.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of contact, too, from Casey Barlow and Jeremiah Hobbs, I want to say, in turn 2 before they came down the back straightaway. So, you know, we got a lot of drivers maybe already starting to feel that tire wear. As lap number 9, those tires are really going to start getting into that heat cycle. You're really going to start feeling if that car is going to fall off quick or it's going to start picking up some speed in the long run.
Go ahead, bro.
So now is the time these drivers really probably starting to experiment, pick lanes, try to find a place to save some tire, save some ground for that later run. I mean, it looks like we're going to stay green here for a pretty good time. We've got a decent little field, 13 cars, but we've got a lot of talent out in that field. So I'm not expecting any cautions here tonight. And if it is, it's going to be just some crazy racing incident. Other than that, expecting a pretty clean race and some green flag pit stops to set the pace for this race all night.
Yeah, these guys are driving for $100 on first place cash prize tonight, and 50 for second, 50 for third. So I mean, it's going to be worth it, you know, for them to pull out a win tonight.
Yeah, as we were just riding up there with Scott Fritz, it does look like he's starting to pull away just a little bit from Justin Winters. You see Alex Huffman and him fighting. Them two are teammates, so going to be interesting to see how they get around each other. I do know they drive a lot together, so we know they're not going to do anything too crazy. But hey, you know, this is iRacing; anything can happen in there. You know, you got a screen go out or something happen. But you know, right now Scott Fritz though starting to get a little bit of a lead on that second place position of Alex Huffman. Yeah, Matt Grenier back there getting a little loose.
That was Lancaster as well.
Yeah,
he was wobbling in the 48 of Mo Abbott, big inside of the
still going.
Yeah. That's going to give a run to Jeremiah Hobbs and that 24 Casey Barlow. He's going to pull him in tow. That's going to put Matt Grenier about 2 positions back with that little bit of wobble coming out of turn 4. And he's had 3 race cars now pull up to his rear bumper. That just shows you what little bit of ground you lose here is a little bit of a blink right there from that 15. Just that little bit of momentum. It's almost like a go-kart race at these ovals sometimes. Once you get that engine wound up, it's hard to get it back. So, you know, you just got to keep as much momentum rolling through these corners.
Yeah, Scott with the fastest lap time again around the that time around the track with a 30.145. So he's keeping, you know, he's gaining on them, man. He's just pulling out on these guys. He's building that lead even more and more. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see whether or not they can catch him.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Scott Fritz, when he does show up to a race, he shows up in stride. I mean, he's always got that race car, it seems like, on rails. And that one machine, you know, one of those guys that came from the dirt side of racing, and he's just adapted so well, you know, and that's what they say about those dirt guys. They're just going to adapt to anything. And it's true. Scott Fritz is one of those guys that's just adapted so well this season. And like Jason said, a big step up from last season. I mean, a consistent top 10 driver to making it into the championship 4, 2 wins on the season. And that all black interior with that black race suit. Scott Fritz, man, he's been a bad man this season, and it's going to be fun to watch him going into, you know, the later half of next year as we get ready to go into season 2.
Looks like Mo Abbott was the fastest time on the track that lap with a 30.253. So, and Alex is putting down quite a little bit faster times than Scott right now, about 2/10 quicker on overall lap times, 30.39 compared to Scott's 30.52. So Scott falling off a little bit.
Yeah, Scott could be maybe going into conserve mode, or, you know, just early here, cheese grater in those tires at Nashville, just trying to pull too much of a lead early, and that can heat up those tires, get those heat cycle worn out, get those old Goodyears pretty much done. You know, once you heat these tires up and in this generation of NASCAR. There's no cooling them back down like the old Gen 4s. I mean, it's just once you get those tires fed, and they're angry. They don't want to deal with you anymore once you beat them up.
Yeah, I will say that it is one of those things where tires you don't understand. Like Josh just said, once you heat them up, it's not coming back down. So once you mess them up and you heat them up like that, that's bad. I had a race not too long ago that was actually like that. Got out there first couple of laps, spun a little bit, and noticed that my tires were just gone. I went into the pits, came back out, everything was perfectly fine. It's just one of those things that you mess those tires up just a little bit, it can hurt you.
Yeah, I think Josh is right on that, man. It looks like Scott's really having a hard time right now. He's really falling off and losing a lot of ground to Alex Huffman. Huffman's really closing that gap up now. It looks like it's about a second and a couple tenths.
Yeah, it was about a second and almost 6 tenths at one point, now down to a second and 2 tenths. So Huffy definitely finding some pace here in that Allen's Body Shop number 8. We know that Chevy Camaro is bad fast, is your reigning champion of Season 1 here. And, he's looking to pick up an all-star win. Extra $100, like Jason said, $50 to second and third. So, I mean, pretty much if you finish in that top 3 right now, you're going home, or you're staying home, I mean, realistically. But, metaphorically speaking, you're going home a happy driver. We need to pay attention to that 28 Adam Lancaster. That machine has been bad loose these past couple laps, as it looks like that 52 with Justin Winters now, that old school diecast, going to get to the inside. As you see that 48 of Mo Abbott, that Superman Lowe's 48 Chevy Camaro, he's pulling up as well. Mo, another one of those drivers, man, who has picked up some speed through this season. Started off, it was, you saw Mo hanging around that 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th position, and then towards the later parts of the season, he was running, upwards into leading races at some point. I mean, Mo has been a very consistent driver here in the later half of the season. A couple little scrapes, bangs here and there, but, I mean, hey, you're not oval racing if you're not rubbing. So, at 48 of Mo out, another one of those drivers you need to watch out for coming into Season 2. He could be one of those drivers that picks up a lot of speed, a lot of consistency going into next season.
Mo definitely has improved from Season 1 to Season 2 on into Season 3, and I look forward to seeing what he can do in Season 4. I mean, he was one of my guys on the short list for most improved drivers, but like I said, I ultimately had to. Scott Fritz, man, just coming out of nowhere with the Final 4 this season, really upped his game. So, but Mo seems to be doing really well. It looks like he might be getting fall off on his tires now, as I see his lap time starting to drop. But he's still faster than everyone except for Justin Winters that lap.
I was going to say, look at Justin, man. He just passed about 2 race cars. He was sitting about in that 5th spot, 6th spot. He's now up back into 3rd place. He's gaining on Alex, man, as they're both gaining on Scott. This is starting to look like we might get a little bit of 3-way car battle here for the lead, as Justin's starting to pull back up to his teammate here. You see that gap to Scott really falling off now. Scott Fritz sitting up still in that lead here at lap number 22. But we still got a long way to go, 200 laps to complete this race, only at lap number 22. So we definitely got a way to go. But Scott Fritz right now, he's sitting out in that lead. But like we said, Alex Huffman, that 52 with Justin Winters, both those guys starting to pull up to the back of that Scott Fritz machine here soon. Only 8 tenths now away is that 8 machine from Scott Fritz. So he's definitely putting some pace on here in this late run.
Yeah, as we're watching Justin Winters, he's slowly starting to gain to that back bumper of Huffy. I know Huffy, that's what he wants to see. He wants to see Justin Winters behind him because, teammates can push. That draft's going to help just a little bit. This track is 1.5 miles, so it's still one of those tracks that it can. Whoa, is Huffman just getting a little loose there coming out of turn 2? So, yeah, maybe that cheese grater is starting to take effect on that number 8 machine.
Yeah, and Scott Fritz, man, they're still gaining on him another 10th that lap. As you're starting to see Mo Abbott pull up to Justin Winters, man. So we're starting to see some in this mid to late run here on these on this first stint. Starting to see some guys swap hands, swap positions, really show their skill. We got some cars that looks like they're going to be set up for the late run. Got some cars that look like they're set up for the early run here. We'll see some changing factors here. We definitely know Scott Fritz probably going to change up the way he drives once he gets back into pit road. He'll probably push for about 50% of the time he did this past time by. Jonathan Swartz on the move. He's up 3 positions. You got Bryce Hunter up 6 positions in that 9th place in that number 9 machine. And then Jeremiah Hobbs, who won his way in, he's currently sitting in 7th. Good little run here from him in that number 10.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and give a big shout out here to the guy that I got on the screen here, Bryce Hunter, man. We were doing this race for him tonight, his family out there on Facebook and YouTube. Just wanted to say that, we're sorry that we couldn't get the stream out last week. We had a bunch of issues going on with iRacing and could not be able to stream it, but we're sorry. We wanted to say that we really appreciate you guys being a part of Bluegrass. We really appreciate you guys watching every week. Like Josh said earlier in the stream, Uva, we want to say that we really appreciate you, man. You and Joanne being a part of this series has been a lot. It's and hearing Bryce talk about tell us about everything that's going on, man. We just want to say that we're really sorry for everything that y'all have had to deal with, and we've been praying for y'all personally. And just want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with y'all guys, and we're glad that we could put this on for y'all tonight.
Yeah, when Bryce originally came to me last week and said that she wasn't doing that well and said that she had watched all the races, man, like that really meant something to me personally. I felt like the least we could do was honor her memory. So I'm really glad that we were able to do this. Unfortunately, like you said, we weren't able to do it last week. And here we start with the green flag pit stops. Scott coming in with Jeremiah.
Yeah, Mo Abbott as well, that 48 machine coming down pit road. So, like Jason just said, green flag pit stop starting lap number 27, Jeremiah. We know he's not a Cup Series driver. He's been in a couple of Cup Series starts this past season. But, maybe just not used to those brakes yet in that Chevy Camaro. That 10 machine's going to have to get it dialed in, or he's going to be losing a lot more time on pit road if he's doing that all night. The new leader here since the green flag pit stops have started, That number 8 of Alex Subman, 52 of Justin Winters promoted themselves up to first and second. As you see, Adam Lancaster still hanging on in that background in that third place, battling looseness early. And if Adam, wanted to, he could probably gamble right here, come down pit road, maybe try to get a little bit closer to that 52 machine out of pit exit once they reblend, make up some time here on pit road. We'll just see. But I hear that 96 of Dylan Butler coming down pit road this time as Bryce Hunter in that 9 machine rolling his way down. And here comes Justin Winters, 28 as well. We'll see if Alex Huffman is going to come down pit road or if he's going to stay out.
So these guys are teammates. So, yeah, they're all probably going to pit at the same time and run the same strategy for most of the race, if I had to guess. They're using that extra lap to go around and extend their tires so that when we finish out this stint, the stage will end at lap 50. So, they'll have about 21 to go at the end of this pit stop.
As Jonathan Swartz out in the lead now. So we got some strategies working here early, and that's what I like to hear, is these green flag pit stops really bring out just the big gamble in oval racing. In pit stops and really any racing, it's more of the race in the race. I mean, that's what I love about pit road, man. You got to execute there. Not only do you have to execute as a driver, hit your marks on pit road, not make sure you're not speeding, make sure you're not, crossing over too many boxes, whatever it is. That you've got to rely on your team, man. You got guys out there that are operating, air-operated guns, man, that can just at any time break. And that's what I love about the sport, man. It's just, it's a gamble. Every time you go on pit roads, you never know if you're going to make up time or if you're going to lose it. And if you don't execute, maybe your team doesn't execute, you can lose time either way. As that 15 of Matt Grenier going to peel off the track here right now at lap number 31. 15 of Matt Grenier going to come down pit road, and that's going to leave Jonathan Swartz out there as the lone driver who has not pitted. That number 95 Phoenix 7 Chevy Camaro, is still rolling out here at lap number 32. We'll see how long he stays out. And I say that, and he's going to throw that virtual hand out the window, and that 95 coming down pit road.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ronnie texted me a minute ago, said he had to bail, had some family stuff he had to go take care of, so we lost Ronnie, unfortunately.
So lap 32 of 200, we've got Jonathan Swartz and Mo Abbott. Everybody just started disappearing. We got Jonathan Swartz down pit lane. So Scott Fritz is going to assume the lead again, but Mo Abbott's right on that back bumper, only a second back. So that 48 on that pit strategy, doing a good job keeping up. And then you got Huffman. He's actually coming up behind him too. So right behind him, Justin Winters. We've got a pair of cars going to be chasing down that number 1 Scott Fritz. We know that Jonathan Swartz waiting a little long. That might put him down a lap. Nope, he's actually coming out of pit lane now. So Jonathan Swartz is going to beat it out. He's just going to be on the tail end of everybody.
Yeah, and I was just telling Tyler Johnson in the race control that once we get back to the stage, I'm going to let him take his laps back since he actually missed the start of the race. He was late getting in, so I told him I would go ahead and wave him around a couple times and get his laps back for him. That way he'll be able to finish out this race and run the remaining 150 laps or so after the stage break. The big thing I think is guys like Hobbs have really improved a lot this season. Obviously, I want to see Hobbs do well in the Xfinity Series, and that just brings up a talking point I was going to mention is our Xfinity Series is looking really good, man. Like I've signed up a lot of good drivers already. Got a lot of people coming in that are more than capable. I'm really looking forward to how that series is going to go in its first season.
Yeah, it's something that we're all waiting for. Whenever you started talking to us a couple months ago and started telling us, hey, we're gonna have an Xfinity League, we were like, what?
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of one of those things that piqued Josh and I's interest, and we were really excited with the fact that because I love watching the Xfinity. I love watching racing, period. But getting to have another series that way we can watch even more drivers battle it out on the platform. That's one of those things, Jason, that we've been that we haven't really actually had a chance to talk about yet. But seeing all the new drivers, all the new people that have been coming into the league. Man, that's one of the things that excites me the most because, hey, if we've got a lot of good talent out here now, I can only imagine what it's about to do, what it's about to turn into.
Sorry, Jason.
I was going to say, yeah, it's looking really promising with the amount of drivers. I don't know if you have noticed by being on the Facebook page, Chris, but we actually have a post that's got around 22,000 people that have seen the post right now. And that has led to an influx of drivers in our Discord. It's unreal how many people have joined in the past 48 hours. It's looking like we've had 60 plus people join in 48 hours. So I'm hoping that we can get a bunch of those guys to sign up and run the Xfinity Series as well as the Cup and the trucks with us because it's going to be a fun season 4 for Bluegrass. It's our season 4 overall. Like Cup is in its 4th season, and it'll be our second trucks and first Xfinity, but overall it's season 4, and it's going to be an exciting season, I can tell you.
What I was talking about with Jeremiah the other night is that was what he was saying was you got a lot of this same guys staying in Cup. You got some guys moving up Cup. You got some guys moving up from trucks to Xfinity. Mixing it up, some changes around. New drivers here and there. But he said the biggest thing was there are so many new faces in Xfinity and so many just different possibilities. I mean, we can see so many different things with this Xfinity Series, man, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to see the low downforce, the Xfinity cars, man, the beating, the banging, everything that comes with Xfinity racing. It is going to be fun, man. We've got a lot of good talent in the Bluegrass field right now. I am so excited to see the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series when we go back racing here on this next season, man. It's going to be awesome.
Have you seen the schedule yet? Have you seen what we've put up?
I don't think I've seen the full schedule.
Okay, so let me give you a rundown. We're going to start out in Cup Series, right? So Daytona, of course, that's going to be our starter. Homestead, followed by Richmond. Coda is getting added to the schedule.
Yes,
We're
sir.
Auto Club on the schedule. We'll have Nashville Superspeedway on the actual schedule instead of the All-Star race. Then we're going to go to Pocono in Week 7. Week 8, we're going to go to Road America. Week 9, we're going to be in New Hampshire. Wilkesboro is on the schedule this season for the Cup and not just the trucks. Michigan in Week 11. Sonoma in Week 12. Nashville Fairgrounds for the Cup Series again in Week 13. Actually, no, they went to Sonoma when the trucks went there this season, so they didn't get to go there this season. Talladega in Week 14. That's going to be our cutoff race before the playoffs start. And then when we get into the playoffs, we got Darlington and Watkins Glen in the first 2 rounds. Talk about a crazy first round. That's going to be wild. Dude.
That's wild.
That's going to be wild. Then we have Bristol and Vegas in the second. Roval and Martinsville in the third, and then bringing home at Charlotte Motor Speedway with a 600-mile race. That's 400 laps at the 1.5-mile track.
Oh, man. Okay, can we start next season tomorrow?
Cup Season 4 is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah,
it's going to be wild, dude.
So,
and then, Xfinity is basically the same thing with the exception being Week 12 instead of Sonoma at Canadian Tire up at that track. That's a new track for us. And I'm sorry, not Canadian, Mid-Ohio. Trucks are at Canadian Tire. Xfinity's at Mid-Ohio. So that's the only difference really in the Xfinity series. Trucks will be running at Iowa in week 19 instead of the Roval. And they'll be week 12. Oh, we have a caution. Yep. Sorry.
Caution's out. No, you're good. As Mo Abbott was about to make the battle there, we were watching that on screen, just letting you finish your schedule. But it looks like Casey Barlow just came over the radio and said that he just ran out of talent. So I have to see what that 24 machine
count as a stage caution or no?
Had happened.
Now we'll do the stage. This will just be shortened caution since there's nobody taking any damage.
Oh, just loose out of one. Just got up the track and one. Bryce Hunter, good evasion there. That 24 went on a rod. Boom. Little bump to that inside wall. No safer barrier on the inside wall here at Nashville Superspeedway. So just a big hit on that big old concrete barrier from that 24 machine as he's got those hamburgers on the back always eating. Now he's eating front ends up. So unfortunate for that 24 machine. We'll ride on board with him right here.
I'll be able to lower the caution lap. So
just loose. You see him sideways, trying to save it. Those roof flaps doing their job, keeping that car planted, and then bam. It's a big hit right there, right under the lights. Casey Barlow going to bring out the caution here for the first time tonight. Self-spin off of turn number 2. Almost collected the number 9 of Bryce Hunter, but good awareness from that 9 machine. He's going to clear himself and get up into that 9th position, or excuse me, 6th position in that 9th machine. But man, I'm excited to see this Superman 48 Lowe's machine as we're getting ready to go back green here as the caution is cleared up. Going to get it shortened up here, doing some old school Saturday night short track rules. Just, hey, get that car off the track and let's get it back going. So, looks like we're getting ready to go green here. Scott Fritz, Mo Abbott. I'm excited to see this battle as we're going to get ready to go for the stage win here at stage number 1. We'll see who's able to pick it up, set themselves up with a good position going into pit road here.
Yeah, going to go ahead and do some shout outs on Facebook and YouTube. I've got Sarah Mays. Always love to have you here, Sarah. She says, come on, Huffy and winners, 8 and 52. John Bradley Pill going to be saying, good luck, everybody. High Pre saying, let's go, Jonah, number 95. And Sarah Mays, come on, son, get up there, 52. So, hey, good to have you guys here. And then David Salter over on the Facebook. What's up, man? A little stack up there.
Yeah, as we saw some guys getting called up there in the back. Woo!
Green flags
big
out.
Bump from the 8 to the 1.
Yeah, green flag's out at lap 47. You see a big bump there from that
Huffy's
8
peeking
to that 1, but look at that, Mo Abbott.
Whoa, 48 just got big loose. Right up in the front of 52 adjusted winners. That's going to stack that outside lane. And they're rolling. 8 Alex up at 28 coming through. Adam Lancaster is going to be his best run here to get up there for some good position. Is that 28 started up there in that 2nd place position. Excuse me. Lancaster started first, right? Yeah, he did. He's falling back. Hasn't been able to get back up there. So this is his best shot since the green flags dropped to him for him to get back up there and run up there towards the lead. But it looks like that door is going to get shut as it just seems like Lancaster hasn't had that race pace like he had in qualifying. We'll see if he's able to find it, though, later in this race. Could just be experimenting and hanging out right now. As well, the 8, a little bit of Tokyo Drift, that old school diecast Allen's Body Shop number 8 Chevy Camaro getting big loose off of turn number 2. He's going to come down the back straightaway. 3/10 now from Scott Fritz as we got a battle for that 3rd place position. Lancaster going to drive it big into turn number 2, or 3, excuse me. That 48 coming back on the outside lane. That's some racing right there, baby. 2 wide coming down the front straightaway for that 4th place position.
Yeah, you saw Jeremiah Hobbs getting really loose back there. So that 10 machine getting really loose. It's going to allow that 52 adjusted winners to squeeze around him. Look at that. Bryce Hunter all the way up here into that 5th place position. So look at that number 9 moving his way up through the field.
That is a spirited drive from that number 9 machine. He is looking hot right now, up 10 positions from that 15th starting spot. He is rolling in that number 9 machine outside of that 52 adjusting winners. As you go back up here, 8 of Alex Huffman now. He's got the laser eyes out. He is just tracking in like the Terminator and finding that target. He is finding that number 1 of Scott Fritz. 3/10 now. That 8 of Alex Huffman's found some pace. He has found something in the racetrack as this will be the stage right here at 50, right? Yeah, so this will be the race for the stage win here. Does Alex Huffman have anything for Scott Fritz? 3/10 back. Looks like he's not going to have it coming out of turn number 4 unless Scott Fritz just gets bad looser into the wall. But it looks like he's going to gather it up. Mo Abbott, big move back there. Going to get himself up into 3rd place as Scott Fritz going to take the stage win.
That's going to net Scott an extra $25 also for the stage win. So that's something I forgot to announce earlier, was that's going to give each stage winner will win $25 tonight. So
That's what I like to hear, man. So there you go, $25 richer, that one machine after that stage win. We'll have a word with your stage winner after they get through with their pit cycle, if they do decide to come down pit road. So
All right, and as we're riding on board here with that 9, we do see the name a little bigger than the car it actually is, but it's Joanne Hamdorf actually running that name on his door panel. Also, you see her birth date up there. So just wanted to give a big shout out to that number 9. Going to show that what he's running on the side of that door, running that for his grandmother. You know, again, this race is all about her, and we just want to say, you know, that we appreciate everybody coming out here and joining us tonight for this race.
as pit road's going to be a busy place here, line them up as Tyler Johnson going to go ahead and get those laps back, like Jason said earlier. But Scott Fritz going to get the lead down pit road. We'll see if we get any mix-ups here. Mo Abbott was able to work his way with a good pit stop last time. We'll see if he's able to do the same. We'll see if Bryce Hunter able to get himself some good position here on pit road. Is at 48 going to get into his stall here. Get her woed up, but he's going to miss it. Lose some time, Mo Abbott is. The 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs going to roll in. 28 going to be in that first pit stall. We'll see who. Ooh, it's going to be close between Alex Huffman and Scott Fritz here. As they get those left sides up right now. Alex Huffman about a second faster. Oh, there he goes. It's going to be Scott Fritz, though. Yeah, that pit stall going to do its work. Scott Fritz going to get out in that first place position. Alex Huffman second. Adam Lancaster third, with Mo Abbott right there in fourth, and Justin Winters in fifth. So no change in your top 5 besides that Bryce Hunter machine falling back to 7th. Justin Winters going to take that 5th place, but
the lap down.
Yeah, I've also got Kylie Waterworth in the YouTube chat. Go be, I love you, number 9. Hey, good to have you here, Kylie.
So do you just want him to go around and then you'll clear it?
Yeah.
Jason, can you tell me where the restart zone is this time by?
So we're going to go ahead and have a word with that number 1 of Scott Fritz.
Sign on the wall.
And have a word with your stage winner after he figures out where the restart zone is right quick.
In it, because it goes green as soon as you hit the first ally sign.
Yeah, just right before you, right at the beginning of that first ally sign.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and have a word with that one machine, Scott Fritz, see what he's got to say about that stage win. Scott Fritz, this is Chris, Josh, and Jason up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you just picked up that stage win here, and you've looked dominant all night here early. You got out to an early lead there in that first stage. Looked like the car was falling off a little bit. You had that 8 of Alex Upman coming back to you. But here going into stage 2, how you feeling with the race car? You know, what adjustments are you going to make to your driving, if any at all? And what you got for this car for the rest of the night?
Yeah, I was lucky enough there to get the lead there on the outside of Adam on the start. And clean air is kind of king here, so once you get out, you can kind of hold it. But I just need to save tire a little bit better. I was kind of burning them off just a little bit too soon there. Burned the right front up pretty good. But other than that, I think we're sitting pretty good.
Indeed, man, you are sitting pretty good in that lead, coming off of pit road. Good pit stop from you as well. You executed on pit road, got yourself back out in that first place, and you know, picking up that stage, got another $25 in that pocket. So you're looking good, Scott. And hey, we're gonna be watching you up here from the booth. So enjoy the rest of that race, man. Have fun, and hopefully we'll be talking to you here in after stage 2 soon.
All right, thank you, Josh.
Thank you, buddy. All right, and that was Scott Fritz, your stage winner. Man, you're riding on board with. As the pace lights are off this time by, as you're going to see these boys get lined up 2 wide here again. It's Tyler Johnson back on the lead lap, that 6 machine. Good to see him back on the lead lap, be able to race for the rest of this race and be back up here with the boys battling for some position. So, man, I'm expecting to see some good battling here. I'm excited to see, you know, Scott Fritz got around that 8 at the start of the race on the outside. Let's see if the 8's going to be able to get around the 1 here on the restart on that outside lane. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have some drivers We've learned a lot about the track here in that first stint. I'm excited. It's actually Bryce Hunter's sitting in 5th right now. Justin Winters just must have got ahead of him in pit road, so no change in your top 5. Or
See Mo Abbott.
What'd you say?
You see Mo Abbott's moved up to 4th place now, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't start making a run, because in the practice, qualifying, or we had on Tuesday of last week, he got the extra practice in that these guys didn't. Yes, they did run a little bit on Wednesday and finished out the race, even though we didn't broadcast it. But Mo has had 2 days of practice to these guys 1.
The pace car going to be off. We'll see if Mo Abbott going to use any of that experience that he's gained on the racetrack as the green is going now. Sorry, I was a little bit off on my restart zone.
28 of Lancaster having a little bit of a checkup there, and then he got a little slow start. So that's going to open up.
Scott Fritz going to try to go out and block.
Yeah, looks like Scott Fritz going to try to take that high line away from Huffman, but Huffman's going to block that lane. Ooh, look at Huffy pinching that one.
Loose. One got loose on that door draft. Here comes the 48. Big run down the back straightaway. 28 going to line him up. That one's going to hold his ground on the inside. He should be able to hold 2nd place here, but that's easily going to clear that 8 of Alex Huffman back out to lead. Scott Fritz just had a moment. He's lucky that race car is still rolling as they got a big run coming to that outside lane again. Mo Abbott, 28, linked up here. They're rolling.
Yeah, they've got a good run on that outside lane. Scott seems to be trapped right now on the bottom.
Oh, car spinning in the grass in the back. It's Tyler Johnson.
Oh. And he just got his laps back. That's a tough break, man. We just set him on equal footing with these guys.
Yeah, it looks like we had Adam Lancaster getting a really big loose up there. He's going to get it under control.
Felt bad in the wheel. That was probably scary, man. That was a heart drop kind of loose right there.
Yeah, that one, he's holding that inside lane, though. Look at that. Scott Fritz holding that inside lane, pushing that 48 up the track. Looks like that one's going to get clear of that 48. But look at this, the 52 of Justin Winters making a really big charge up here past that 48.
One's clear, though. He's going to dive it back down to the inside lane. We're starting to see some good runs here. That stage caution going to bring out the best in these drivers, get them stacked back up. They've been able to go now at it. Scott Fritz got that big lead last time. Like he said, clean air seems to be what works here because that 8 of Alex Huffman doing exactly what that one did last time. He's running away while that 1 and that 52 are back here battling with each other, just like it was last run by.
Yeah, look at that. The 51 or the 52 is going to knock off the 1. So that 52 is going to assume the 2nd position. Justin Winters making a tear up through the field. Whoa, looks like he's maybe getting a little
drive
loose.
In from the 1 of Scott Fritz.
Yeah, looks like maybe Justin Winters got a little loose there, but he's going to be able to collect it back up. But Scott Fritz falling back into that 3rd position. Maybe like he said, wanting to be up there in the front, have that clean air. Now he's probably going to have to overdrive the car just a little bit. Let's see how that affects his tires and everything in the long run.
You just said overdrive, and as soon as you said that, he definitely got on the gas way too early in turn number 2. Got that car plowing like a freaking dump truck up the racetrack. I bet it felt like an RV on an ice road. I mean, he was just sliding up the racetrack. As I say that, Lancaster going to flirt with disaster a little bit, get that Lancaster's transmission into the wall just a little bit, but he's going to gather it back up as Mo Abbott starting to slowly creep up on Fritz, man. Abbott looking to try to pick up that podium position here in that 3rd place at lap 61. That Lowe's machine trying to build something, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely trying to move some positions right now. He's trying to get that ground between him and Fritz closed up as much as he can without overdoing it because, like I said, this track is very, very hard on your right front and your right rear. It wants to push in the corners, and then you want to give it throttle when you're coming off, but then it wants to start getting loose as you're coming off. So it's real hard on your right front and your right rear.
Yeah, the car gets a little squiggly around here, especially at a track like this, man. The concrete surface, the lower banking in the turns. I mean, you're running wide open down the back straightaway, wide open down the front straightaway. I mean, it's a fast track, man. You were going bad fast. I mean, here a little bit later in the run, I mean, 180 in the draft here from Mo Abbott plus. I mean, he's almost hitting that 185, closer to 190. I'm sure if these drivers on those fresher tires. I mean, it's a fast track, man, and it's only 1.3 mile oval, and it's quick.
Speaking of, I know it's not the same thing, but have you guys seen the quarter-mile track at the Coliseum?
Yes.
Is that not wild? That's probably what we're doing. That's probably what we're doing next season's All-Star race.
Man, I know they have it in the sim for testing. If they put that track on there, you guys better make it the All-Star race because that is going to be beating, banging, booming Gray style right there. You're gonna have guys want to throw fist.
Oh, it's getting added to iRacing, 100%. You can bet, because it's added to the schedule. It's an exhibition race instead of, that's where the Clash is going to be at. So
Yeah,
it's going to be
true. It is a
yeah.
NASCAR sanctioned track now, so of course iRacing is gonna grab it up.
Oh yeah, they. I was watching yesterday the broadcast on Fox News,
Yeah.
and they were talking about it and showing some of the iRacing highlights, and that was pretty interesting. It was fun to watch.
Oh yeah, a lot of beating, banging bumpers were going to be going. I mean, lap one, those boys were already stuffing it up the rear ends of each other. They were knocking the snot out of each other, and it's definitely going to be some old school racing. I mean, white knuckle, elbows out. You're just going to have to use that front bumper, rely on that car in front of you as a braking zone kinda. So it's gonna be fun. Make sure.
Okay. Yeah, we apologize right now, guys. We're having some technical difficulties, so if you guys are having intermittent issues, if you've seen the stream cut in and out, we do apologize. If you can just bear with us, we'll have it sorted out shortly.
So, man, have you noticed that since we were talking about that, Justin Winters grabbed
Winters
the lead?
took the lead.
I was going to say, I just looked and was like, wait, are we looking at Justin West? Like, where's Alex Huffman? And is he that far away? And then I was like, wait, he is that far away because Justin Winters is charging right now, man.
I just looked at the comments and saw his mother say, way to go, Justin. And I looked and I was like, oh, wait, Justin took the lead. We missed that. Whoops.
Yeah, we were definitely in the wrong place, wrong time when we were not paying attention. As that 52 machine, man, we were talking about him earlier. He was moving up through the field. That Allen's Body Shop, old school diecast 52. He's looking good right now. Got a second lead on Alex Huffman, his teammate. And he's rolling as Scott Fritz, Alex Huffman back there battling with that 48 Mo Abbott.
Yeah, looks like Fritz is getting ready to get back around Huffman. Huffman pinching him down a little bit there, but he's trying to work his way around.
Yeah, that 48 Mo Abbott and 28, man, they're trying to make up their mind where they want to go with, who they want to go with.
Yeah. Okay. Looking at the chat, yeah, you guys are fun. Oh boy. Winters is really stretching that lead out, man, a lot. He's out to almost 2-second lead now. Huffy he must have heard me say that I'm paying $25 for the stage win.
Winters said, all right, time to turn on the knobs, baby. We're rolling.
He decided he was going to go get some money tonight,
He was probably just driving thinking it was just the all-star race, and he had the broadcast on the back, was like, wait, $25 for a stage win. He just put it in overdrive. He took off. It just sounds like Bryce Hunter going to come down pit road.
10 pitting.
Hobbs coming with him. Look at this 4-car battle we got behind Justin, though. Like, Fritz and Huffy, and then you've got Mo and Adam battling it out right there.
I mean, they've been going for the last, 6, 7
Several laps, yeah.
Yeah, they've just been digging, man. That outside lane rolling, that inside lane rolling. They're making it look like a super speedway for real. These boys are digging like it's Talladega.
I mean, there's not many other tracks you can run like this, 2 wide, side by side, and have this clean, this tight racing. Most of the time they single file out, but that's why I think this track is amazing. That's why I like this track.
I mean, it's put on a good show here so far, man. We've had 2x2 racing for that second, third, fourth position and fifth. I mean, we've just had some good names rolling to the field. We've had some good runs. We've had some bad runs here early. We're seeing some guys mix it up, and so far it's looking good.
Okay. All right, so we're going to cut the stream off for just a second, guys, so he can try to switch the server and get everything straightened out. Stay with us. We'll be right back. It's
Hurry.
back. It's back.
Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? We're back. Guess who's back? Back again. Jacob's band. Tell your friends. If you guys see a young Poseidon in the YouTube chat, he's just messing with everybody. He's one of our IRL buddies, and every time he sees us streaming, he's always got to mess with us and torture us, but he'll giggle about it in my ear for the next 4 hours, but we put him on the mute for well, I didn't. I don't know who did it, but he got muted in chat. That's why we were all giggling earlier, and Jacob, we love you, and I know you're probably mad now, but I know he's not mad. He's just probably laughing, but hey, thanks for joining us, man, even though you're saying you're going to beat Justin Winters. I don't know. Justin Winters probably going to beat you, man. That's the thing. He's fast right now. Out here 2 up, or 2 seconds up on the rest of the field, looking good here. So and so we're riding on board here with Scott Fritz. This is the closest battle on track right here with the 48 of Mo Abbott, man. These guys are digging that Lowe's machine. Looking like Superman. He is just on a move tonight. Started 10th, up in 3rd right now. And he's working on a guy that's dominated really early in the race, was your leader. And Mo looks like he's peaking right now. It'd be, oh, it looks like Scott Fritz going to come down pit road this time, 28 as well. So we're starting to see second wave green flag pit stops. This should wave Bryce Hunter around to the lead, but he did pit on lap 71. To the 3-car tango, it's going to be Scott Fritz, Mo Abbott, Adam Lancaster down pit road this time. Justin Winters still out in the lead. Alex Uppin pitted on lap 75. I did never realize that Alex Uppin did pit. Excuse me. I do apologize for that.
Yeah, just
as I was looking, where did Huffy go? And then I just realized he pitted, so I do apologize about that.
Yeah, just want to give a big shout out to the Facebook and YouTube. Sorry, guys. I noticed that I was frame dropping really bad, and we were running on the program that we use. We stream to Chicago, and that's the best that it says. So I streamed there, but I swear to you, a bunch of crackheads run that server. A bunch of squirrels in cages running. I mean, because that thing starts messing up. So I'm gonna have to keep streaming to the Miami servers, because that is what the issue was. So we are good to go now. Do want to apologize about that, but look at that. Justin Winters coming down pit lane. Sarah Mays, look out. Your son's going down pit lane. Jonathan Swartz going to take over the lead here on lap 83.
Yeah, Jonathan Swartz kind of playing that same strategy that he did last time. Just overcutting the field, going to stay out as long as he can. We know he did stay out the longest out of everybody last time. We'll see if that 95 decides to, change up the strategy here a little bit, or if he's going to just keep rolling here.
So I got some really big news today, guys. Looks like we're going to be picking up another sponsor for the series. LNS Customs is going to be stepping on board, and that's going to allow us to give a much bigger payout for the Cup Series. So if the deal is 99.99% done, and we'll have everything finalized with them in the next 24 hours, more than likely. Unless he sleeps on it tonight and changes his mind. But as far as I know, we're going ahead with it. And so if that comes through, we're looking at $1,000 payout Cup Series next season.
All right, so I'm going to be signing up for I just made my announcement. I'm signing up for the Cup Series next season. I'm just kidding. That's some hefty money right there, man. That's some big. That's just pocket change. Us three. We're the big ballers of the Bluegrass League. So. Yeah, that's just pocket change to us. But for these guys, I mean, for anybody really, man, that's a good payout right there. That's good money. That's definitely going to make the racing a lot more spirited, ain't it, Jason?
Yeah, it's big time.
It's going to be wreckers or checkers for maybe some of these people. You're going to hear that old saying, "I'd wreck my mother for that checkered flag. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna have some guys turning up the intensity. As Matt Grenier, man, he's on the move now. Got himself up into that second spot. Actually, it's because he hasn't pitted yet. I just realized that. And everybody's coming to get their laps back. Man, we keep getting on these side conversations, and I keep forgetting.
David Salter in the Facebook chat said open setups ? No, there are fixed setups. And we'll run fixed setups in all our series, so.
95 pitting.
It's $500 to win the truck series, $500 to win the Xfinity series. We pay weekly payouts, $25 to sign up, $10 a week, or $10 a race if you're in one series. So our ratings are 1750 and below for the truck series, 1500 to 2500 for the Xfinity, and then Cup series is 2000 and above.
So yeah, you got to have some. You got to have a decent idea, know what you're doing to be with these Bluegrass boys. You can tell by the racing these guys put on week in and week out. They've got good knowledge of their race cars, and it's fun to listen and just pick the brains of every single one of these drivers, man. Hearing what they got to say about their setup. As you see Alex Upman now starting to get passed by these guys that pitted about 8-9 laps. Not 8-9 laps. About 5-6 laps. I was looking at Jonathan Swartz, who's coming out of pit road, but. You know, they pitted a couple laps later than him, so they got those more fresh tires than he does. So wouldn't expect to see him hold up Mo Abbott much longer. I feel like Mo with those a little bit fresher tires should roll on by the 8 here, as it looks like he is going to go to that inside lane. He's digging. Mo Abbott should pick up that 3rd spot here, and he will for the moment. He is scored as 3rd place for lap number 88. We'll see if he holds it. He does. He's going to clear that 8 into turn number 1, and here comes Adam Lancaster.
I think John Schwartz and Matt Grenier, what they're doing is they're trying to extend their runs on these tires as far as they can. They're not really running that hard early in the run. They're trying to extend it so that they can possibly save a set of tires or cut out an extra stop at the end. They're either doing one or the other.
If you ever hear my random scream, sorry about that. I need to mute my mic sometimes, man. I see those guys getting loose in the back, and I'm like, oh goodness, he's about to spin it. But Huffy got loose off of 4. But yeah, I was thinking that same thing. It seems like they're very, very well maybe trying to save a set or, just extend it as long as possible. They're going to set themselves up for a good position here in the late run of the race if they keep doing a good strategy and get their good stops. They've definitely got to hit every stop on mark if they're wanting to set themselves up the way they want to, though. As it looks like we've got a battle here for this first place position. Justin Winters back to the inside here of Scott Fritz into turn number 1, and it looks like Scott Fritz just going to let him go 2/10 back now, about a car length back. That 52 going to clear himself. It's into first place. Justin Winter goes here at lap number 91.
There's a lot of money that gets interchanged throughout our Cup Series. Just to, I see a couple of you guys interacting and asking about it. For instance, this past season between our trucks and our Cup, we roughly paid out $10,000 prize pool money. Well, that's the amount of money that is won weekly. So it's highly worth it to compete in this series just based on that, because we have such a structured system. I feel like that it's just, too good to pass up. You can run each week and win money. First through third get money weekly. Top 5 are paid overall at the end of the season, with 500 going to the winner in the trucks, 500 going to the winner in the Xfinity. Then second through 5th, respectively, get 250, 125, 70, and 50. So definitely worth it, man. And then we'll be able to step that pay up on the Cup level. Like I said, if this sponsorship deal works out, you're looking at a cool band, man. A band for winning a virtual racing,
And that is going to make it so much more real for these drivers. I am so excited, man. It is going to be a blast, not only as just a viewer, but as a broadcaster, man. I'm going to get to experience so many new drivers. Just this season, man, in Bluegrass has been a whole complete learning experience for me and Chris. I mean, we started off with really no knowledge of what we were doing, and just kind of hopped on board, with Bluegrass, and was just kind of like a All right, well, let's go. Let's have some fun and let's do this. And ever since then, it's what it's been. As Scott Fritz a little loose off of turn number 2, but like I was saying, it's just been a big learning experience, and it's been fun to just really indulge ourselves in all these drivers. Get to meet so many people. Going from calling a race with Justin Winters, man, to sitting and hanging out with John Kinder, or sitting and hanging out with all just different drivers in the league. It's just it's fun, and we're just gonna get to redo that all over again, and we're gonna sprinkle a couple new names in there and a whole new series. It's just gonna be a whole new ball game. Excuse me. It's gonna be a good show next season.
Yeah, look at that. The 48 of Mo Abbott gonna make his way around that number 1 of Scott Fritz. So Scott Fritz kind of falling back here a little bit, moving back in the field. But look at that, Justin Winters. Just pulling away from everybody, but I'm looking to see Mo Abbott now. It looks like he's starting to gain just a little bit on that 52. So maybe those tires are starting to come into play. I mean, it's only 15 laps since that 52 pitted. So Mo Abbott pitted at lap 80. So that's he's got a couple of newer tires than that 48. So it's going to be interesting to see how this 48 attacks this. If he's just going to wait until that stage break, or if he's going to try to get up here and mix it up for that stage win, try to get that extra $25.
He's definitely moving up. I know he's kind of closed that gap down a little bit, under a second. It looks like, if the scoring is right.
He was at 9/10 for a second, but now he's moved back up to a second and a tenth. So many people. Mo Abbott's sticking, man. He's finding pace here late, but looks like right now Justin Winters just got the car in this run. I mean, he is definitely the car to beat here coming to lap 100 this next time by. So unless anything changes, Justin Winters is looking like he could be the stage winner, but Mo Abbott could have something to say for that. Really, anybody right here in this top 4 could have something to say about it. I mean, so
yeah, absolutely. And if anybody out there is wondering why we have such a low car count tonight, it's just simply because this is our all-star event, and it only allowed certain drivers to enter. We had race winners, pulse hitters, and top 10 in points. And then we had a couple of guys race their way in last week. And unfortunately, some of our all-star guys weren't able to be here. I know John Kinder wasn't able to be here. Jimmy Allen was sick tonight. He couldn't make it. And I know Ronnie had to disconnect. We've lost Dylan, Casey, and Jeremiah, all 3 now.
Yeah, so we've had a couple guys take it to the hauler, a couple guys not able to make it to the racetrack tonight. So just unfortunate night for some of our drivers, but still, it looks like Bryce Hunter's been on pit road for 9 minutes. I just realized that.
Yeah, I was just going through the field and noticed that that non-Bryce Hunter sitting on pit lane. So unfortunate for that non-car. Probably had a little bit of an incident go on there. Not sure. Probably happened while we were having that issue with the stream. Do want to apologize about that, though. I will try to put together the recorded session that I had. There was a segment for about 5 minutes that I missed. So do want to apologize about that, but I'll put it together and throw it up on YouTube so that way you can watch it through all, without all the skips. Do want to apologize about that, that 5-minute gap there while we were getting it set back up, but had to change the servers. Like I said, maybe the squirrels got tired of running over there in Chicago, and just server started going to crap. So we got it switched over to another server, and it's running fine now. So we're back up here on Facebook and YouTube. Like we were saying earlier, thank you to everybody to be here at the Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race. We do appreciate everybody coming out, sticking with us through all of the hiccups and all the mess ups. And yeah, we've got Justin Winters out here in the lead right now. He's got a second and a half gap on that 48 of Mo Abbott. So Justin Winters starting to get into a really good groove here, starting to pull away from that 48. Now he's got that 1 of Scott Fritz starting to peak up on that back bumper. So let's see how that 1 is going to start attacking this 48. Maybe he can get up there into that second place position, get into that open air, and start catching that 52.
Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the stage here with just 2 laps to go. So Justin's just got to take the one more trip around after this lap's over, and it'll be the end of the stage.
One thing I was thinking, though, maybe Mo Abbott just having that 1 of Scott Fritz in his back mirror. As
Did you hear that?
No.
Somebody just blew up or hit the wall. I heard a motor go. Pretty sure I just heard a motor let go.
I know I hear that all the time too.
Huh. Maybe not then.
Yeah,
'Cause Justin's coming around. Here, he's going into turn 3 right now. Getting ready to come and take the checkered flag for the stage.
Yeah, he's going to take that green, white checkered coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be that old school diecast Allen's Body Shop 52 Chevy Camaro. Going to coast his way to a stage victory right here. That 52 machine going to pick up the stage victory and put his numbers backwards. That's how much money he's going to be making off that stage win here tonight.
Yeah, that was a good run by Justin in that stage, man. He did a really good job.
yeah.
I'm actually excited to see him and Mo up there,
Oh yeah, Mo and Justin definitely shown the most gained momentum here in the runs, and put these boys on fresh tires, give them some good green flag track to run. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited to see how these boys are going to stack up too wide against each other here on the restart. And man, I'm excited to talk to Justin Winters. Want to hear what that racetrack's where it's working for him. I mean, that 52 just seems like he's on rails tonight as they're trying to get caught up to the iRacing pace car here. But we'll have a word with our stage winner here in just a moment after pit stop.
Adam Lancaster went purple that last stint with a fast time of 29.524,
Yeah,
setting the fastest lap of the night.
Yeah, so you're seeing the track starting to cool down now, and that's going to start opening up the door for a lot of these drivers. We were talking about, we noticed. Excuse me, sorry. Trying to make sure. The iRacing audio has quit working. Let me see if I can figure that out real quick.
Well, here they come down the pits, though. Justin's going to bring them up on pit lane, and Mo had the second fastest lap, looks like, out of these top 4 guys with a 29.534. So that's, Mo's actually putting down some fast speed tonight.
As he's going to get those right sides up. As we'll
See if Lancaster comes out first here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Mo Abbott stop. We know he got into his box a little late, or a little hectic last time. I'm excited to see if he picks up a little bit more ground here. Looks like he's not going to get out in front of Justin Winters, but he is going to still retain that second position. So good stop from that 48 of Mo Abbott this time by.
Definitely a good stop. His guys were on at that time.
But looks like your stage winner, that 52 of Justin Winters, going to come out of pit road. Let him get caught back up to the pace car. Don't want to get him too distracted while he's trying to figure out what that thing is, and then we'll have a word with that 52 Chevy Camaro driver, Justin Winters.
Chris is working on the sound for you guys right now, so just maintain for a moment, and we'll get that straightened out.
For how long we've been going without audio, man, that's awkward. Do apologize about that. Probably when Chris reset the stream, it just OBS or whatever you use, Streamlabs, probably just goofed out. But all right, looks like Winters caught up to the pace car. Gonna go ahead and bring him up into the booth, have a word with our stage winner. Stage 2 winner, that is. Justin Winters, Chris, Joss, and Jason up in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, you just picked up that stage 2 victory, and you looked good doing it. That 52 old school diecast Allen's Body Shop Chevy Camaro. Looks like you got it rolling here tonight, especially as the track's cooling down. Where are you finding that speed, and how you feeling going into this final stint here of the night?
It just seems I can roll the middle a lot better than some of the guys, and she's on a rail, man.
Are you getting fatigued at all yet?
I didn't know this track had
Not
is that
yet.
a new addition, or has it always had that?
Well, you just won $25 for winning the stage. Are you going to try to bring home the $100 for winning tonight too?
Absolutely, buddy. That's what we're here to do. We're here to take it all home.
Good deal, man.
Yes, sir. That's
Good
what we
luck
like
to
to
you.
hear. All right, well, hey.
Yeah,
sorry.
Justin, just want to let you know, man, your mom's in chat saying go, go, go. So you got somebody watching, man. You got to do it.
All right, well, hey, Justin, congratulations on the stage 2 win, man. Picking up that $25 bonus for the stage victory, and we're gonna be looking for that 52 machine here in the run, as you look like you got the car to beat here late. And good luck to you in your run, man. We'll be seeing you later.
Yes, sir. You guys have fun up there.
Yes, sir. You too.
Good luck, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that was that 52 machine, Justin Winters. You hear him, man. He just sounds calm, cool, and collected. You know, most of these guys getting here He'll be talking like me 100 miles an hour sometimes. But Justin, every time you talk to him, he's just always, yep, I'm here. I'm hanging out. We're going to win this thing. So that's what's good about Justin, man. He's really smooth in that race car, and it shows. Definitely reflects in his driving. You never really see that 52 machine caught up in anything that's really, you know, he never gets himself into his own trouble. He's always caught up in everybody else's mess. So that 52 is usually a very consistent driver and very patient.
He was our runner-up in season 1. Justin did really, really well season 1, man. So he's a talented driver. Like I said, you know, he was close to winning the points for in our first season with Bluegrass. Didn't have very good luck in season 2. He got knocked out in the round of 16, and then he kind of had the same amount of luck this year in the playoffs. So, but I want to make a quick statement. So I just want you guys to look who's beside each other at the back of the pack right now. We got the 6 and the 8. They've had history all season long. So I wouldn't be surprised when we go green right here if there's not some rubbing or some fireworks pretty quick in this run.
Oh yeah, sparks will go if they need to. We got a more short little field, but it's some talent. It's going to be some good racing here as these boys are stacked up 2 by 2.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. 52 at Justin Winters. Mo Abbott off to a identical start. These boys are going to be drag racing into turn number 1. This is what we signed up to see.
Wow. What a start by Mo and Justin. What did Mo roll on the outside? He's going to take it.
Oh, yes, sir. Outside lane sticking for Mo Abbott. He is going to move himself to the lead. Superman kind of move as he is going to go down the back straightaway. P1. Mo Abbott is Justin Winters going to defend off that 28. Adam Lancaster into turn number 3 as that 52 machine now back into that second place position. He's going to have to battle his way back up the lead. But Mo Abbott, man, they must have put on the Harry Hogg special tires because he just rolled that outside lane in turn 1 and 2, and he rolled it fast. He is up to the lead and charging.
I wonder if he'll do what the other guys have done that have gotten out to a good lead and burn his tires up trying to maintain that lead. That's what I'm curious to see now, Josh, is whether or not he can hold the lead and not burn up his tires.
See, here's the one thing you also have to look out for. This is the first time Mo Abbott's actually been up in the front, so he's not sure how to handle this this open air.
Yep.
You know, Justin Winters was just up there for a good plenty of laps, so he knows how his role. Knows how to save the tires, knows how to roll the corners. Like I'm not trying to knock off Mo Abbott or anything, but it's just this is a new ball game for that 48 because that 52's been up there that whole time. So let's see how that 48's going to hold out because look at that. Justin Winters is still all over that back bumper. It looks like he's charging up, trying to get around him.
Yeah, no, that stage has pulled Jonathan Swartz closer. We know he hasn't been on the same strategy as these boys. Been a big overcut, but he's moved himself up into that 4th spot. And that is bad news bears for these guys running in those top 3 positions. We know Jonathan Swartz, that Phoenix Chevy Camaro, that number 95 machine, he is usually on rails and he is moving. Fueled by your tears, and he is moving past everybody for the next couple years because Jonathan Swartz is rolling here. He is going to be moving himself up maybe into that P3 position. And eventually, here before too long, is Tyler Johnson, man, moved himself up into P5. We know you were talking about him, Jason, just a moment ago next to that number 8. And it looks like Alex Sutton, since that restart, has just slacked back. He's all the way back. A good bit back.
He's saving, man. He's got to be. Oh, looks like Schwartz had a blink for a second, but Schwartz is he's a bad boy, man. That was one of the best things about this season. And look, he just went purple. He just turned the fastest lap of the race, 29.488. I mean, he's a bad boy, I'm telling you. He was really good this season, man, and had some trouble at Phoenix, and teammate cost him a championship. Basically, he spun while they were getting ready for green flag pit stops, and that unfortunately left Jonathan, hung out to dry, and he chose not to pit later in the race and really messed things up for himself and, didn't come home with the championship, and then ultimately went to Alex Huffman, who's also been bad fast all season. So really changed the level with those 2 drivers joining the Cup Series, man.
Yeah, it's really changed levels too, seeing, drivers like Justin Winters. But I mean, when we first started the season, I mean, it was just a Jonathan Swartz show. And I mean, he was out there dominating, and it was one of those drivers too, Trenton Jump. I mean, he was a driver when me and Chris first came on the Bluegrass. It was just dominating. And, we had that one Dover incident where Swartz got into Trenton into turn 1.
Yep.
And, since then, it seemed like Trenton just kind of had like a fallback. His year kind of fell back a little bit. And that's another driver I'm looking forward to next year is Trenton Jump. If he does decide to, retain a seat expecting to see Trenton jump, definitely making some moves. I mean, that was a driver that had a lot of pace early, but towards the late run of the season, he started to fall off. And, once he got eliminated from the playoffs, it was just pretty much, all she wrote for Trenton Jump, excuse me. But, Jonathan Swartz, like you're saying, moved himself up into third, man, right now. He's sitting in that third spot, and he is tracking down Mo Abbott and Justin Winters right now. 6/10 from that 52, 8/10 from that 48. He's rolling right now.
Yeah, speaking of Trenton, he didn't come to the All-Star event tonight. He was supposed to be here. Unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't talked to Trenton. I reached out to him a week or so ago and asked him if he was planning on running this coming season, and I've yet to hear from him, man. I really hope he comes back, dude, because you're right. Trenton was the guy that was setting things on fire early. John Schwartz was more middle of the season. He came to life. He did win at the Daytona Road Course, but he didn't really come to life and start showing how dominant he was till we got into like week 6, week 7, and then Schwartz came to life. I think that's the thing. I don't think that Trenton got worse. I just think that Jonathan got better. Jonathan just got way, way better as the season progressed. Him and Jimmy Allen, dude, they took it to another level. It was one of those two guys leading almost every single race, with Kinder up there, Alex up there. It was just crazy. Fritz, of course, he was up there. But
that's another driver I'm excited about, me and Kinder. I'm so excited to see Kinder race again. It's awesome seeing him race, man. He's such a good driver, and he's always, like you said, up there battling with everybody. Kinder knows how to make that car fit where he needs it to, and that's what I love about him, man. The real racing experience. He was one of those guys that raced the actual trucks back when they were real trucks, Yep. So it's just it's cool to have Kinder a part of the the group, man. He's just he's a good guy, and he's always got a good head on him. It's really hard to rattle Kinder, but when you do, man, he's gonna put that fender bender to you.
Anytime you've got a guy that's ran against the legend Dale Earnhardt, that's something special. Like Kinder is, he was the first person in NASCAR of Japanese descent to travel to Japan for a race. I mean, they raced in that Thunder, the Suzuka Thunder exhibition race. Yeah, I mean that was a big deal back then, man. So he raced against some legends that day. Have you seen that lineup? That was
dude, Rusty Wallace.
Kinder's not in it that much.
Yeah, I mean he did wreck it like turn or lap. Like I can't remember. I do remember there is that gravel trap video of Kinder under caution, man. They're like showing the Corvette. They're showing the Corvette pace car bringing the field down the front stretch, and they come back and they're like under caution, and they just pan a little bit, and it's just Kinder in the gravel trap, man. In that 08 unsponsored white machine, and I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, I made a joke to Kinder the other day. He posted that he got his next gen model kit in, and I told him, I was like, well, it's gonna end up here. And then I posted a picture of the sand trap, man. He hasn't responded back, so I don't know if he's trying to find out where I live to come beat my butt or something.
He's probably flying here right now. He's gonna show up on one of his go-karts and just kick the door in. Nah, man.
They've been doing big things in the go-kart world, dude, down at Millbridge. And that's another big talking point is Alex Huffman, our champion, is going to be at Millbridge October 13th to participate in a DNQ karting series race.
All right, so if Huffy doesn't flip it over the tire barrier and get like a really good YouTube video of like one of those like karting guy wrecks big, and it's just like Huffy flying out of the cart, that's what we got to see. Nah, I'm just kidding. Huffy's probably gonna get out there, man. It's gonna be cool to see. We know a lot of these guys do have real life racing experience. Been in real life racing cars, but some of the guys on the platform, this is their racing. This is what they know. So, that's another exciting another exciting aspect of Bluegrass, man. You win the Cup Championship, Kinder gives you an opportunity to come out there and drive the kart. So just another one of those things, you can definitely open up your real world racing experience through Bluegrass. I mean, granted,
100%.
Granted, you're going to have some old guy with a mustache standing on the thing over there going, hey, I saw you racing out there. You want to race my go-kart, Sonny? I mean, you might not be the fastest, but hey, you're getting in a race cart, and that's all that matters. So Bluegrass is definitely opening up the door for you, and that's what's awesome about this series, man.
Yeah, getting word on Facebook that Bryce Hunter, his washer broke and leaked water all over the floor. So he said he
Oh.
wanted. So that is why that number 9 of Bryce Hunter did park his car. But he said he wanted to thank you guys so much for doing this for his grandmother and his family. Really does appreciate it. Well, hey, like we said, Bryce, man, we're here. We're here to do it because of you guys. You know, everybody watching on the Facebook, everybody watching on the YouTube couldn't do it without you guys. So it's all for y'all.
And it's all one big bluegrass family, man. It's it stinks that the washer had to break. We'll just say that the you blew a drive belt or something and the motor blew or something. We'll make up something like that. The old you slung an
Dude,
old
you
pump
just
belt
blinked
or
at my
something,
car,
you know.
John.
We'll figure something out. You know, that motor
I'll
blew.
fall back,
You know,
I'll
it
fall
wasn't
back.
the washer, but hey, unfortunate for that not issue. Yeah, that was the Hendrick cars. That was the joke. So that were slinging old pumps at I can't remember what track that was, but yeah, unfortunate, Bryce. But hey, man, thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for the kind words, man. We appreciate everybody that showed up here tonight for the All-Star race. It was for a special reason, and hey, we've had a lot of fun. It's been a special night here, and we're seeing a special run, man. Mo Abbott 6/10 up from that 52 machine of Justin Winters. John Swart still hanging about 4/10 back from that second place position, and man, Mo Abbott just out there in the lead, hanging out.
Yeah, I was saying something about Mo Abbott. You know, maybe him being out in the front, that was going to be a different change. But you know, like you heard Scott Fritz say earlier, you know, the front is key. So you know, being out in the front is where you need to be. But let's see how long that 48 can stay out there. You know, we did see that one start falling off a lot, you know, in the beginning runs of the race. So you know, once he got tires put on that car and everything, you know, you saw him get it situated then. But you know, we're gonna see how long the tires decide to run, you know, run its course. But you know, Justin Winters could be running a conserve line. He did have a really good pace set out in front of the cars. So maybe that 52 is just chilling right now, you know, waiting for his opportunity to jump on that 48.
It's a possibility for sure. And I was going to mention, I spoke with Kendra the other day, and I talked to him pretty much, you know, every other day or something about the league. We go back and forth about this and that on, you know, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, and just all the things that he's, you know, trying to help build this thing up to what it has become. He's been an instrumental part of that. And he was telling me he had been speaking with the guys at DNQ Karting Series and told them that we had Alex coming down to run the Millbridge race on October 13th, and he said that they were calling him the next time Majeski because they knew that he was an iRacer and it was from an iRacing league. And since he won, you know, he's obviously the guy that goes down there. So they're trying to compare him, you know, making fun of it in a way, making, you know, light of the situation and just having good fun with it, because that's what those guys at the DNQ Karting Series are all about. I don't know if you've seen their videos or not, but I highly recommend checking out their YouTube channel. They have some great races, and they're hilarious, man. Like, they started out as a bunch of beer drinking buddies, like, commentating. Freaking amazing. Like, they are so funny. But yeah, they compared Huffy and said he's the next Tom Majeski. So I think when we go down to the Roval, a bunch of us are meeting up for the Roval the weekend before, and then staying for the October 13th race. We're going to put Huffy Majeski on his go-kart. Kendra said we had to bring vinyl because we got to put the iRacing guy. You know how the Tom Majeski runs the iRacing guy on his car.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. We're putting that on Huffy's go-kart. That's what we were. That's another thing he was talking about the other day. He wants us to bring vinyl so we can do that.
Y'all are just gonna go full send with the joke now. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Man, Huffy's just still hanging out back there, though.
Did he take damage or something? He's dropped back quite a bit. I don't know if he's just saving or what.
Right. No, that right front has damage, it looks like.
I
think
did something happened between him and the 6 that we missed.
I'm not sure. It looks like the side skirt could be damaged. It sounds like he might be down on engine RPMs too. I'm not.
You guys want to pull him up and ask him what's going on? Let's pull him up.
Wait, it's Huffy, right? Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
What's going on, man? We're up in the booth with Josh and Chris. Want to see what happened to you out there. We noticed you've kind of fell back a little bit, and just wonder if you're saving, if you got damage, or what's going on.
Well, I had damage and I fixed it, but then I realized I wasn't gonna have enough tires for this stage. So at the end of that stage, I didn't take tires. So I'm trying to save these last 2 sets here for the end.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I was wondering what had happened to you there. Go ahead, Josh.
No, we were just wondering, Huffy, just making sure nothing happened to you back there. But hey, unfortunate for that. But hey, we'll let you get back down here to racing. We were just wondering, and Jason had the bright idea to bring you up here. So good
No,
luck on the
that
rest
ain't
of
no
the race,
good.
then. Yeah, we don't need to give Jason the ideas, right?
No.
All right, we'll move you back down into your team booth, buddy.
All right.
Good luck, man.
As you hear that 8 of Alex Huffman, had a little bit of a tire issue there. Thinking that maybe he didn't have enough tires to finish it out here, so having to not put tires on that car, so that's why he's falling back. So it makes a lot more sense now why that number 8 car is falling back so far. But Scott Fritz, also that stage 1 winner, falling all the way back to 7th place. Maybe he's just back here cruising as well. Maybe that tire issue has also become a problem for him.
Very good possibility, man. Very good possibility. What did you say he was running at? Back in 7th?
Yeah, Scott Fritz is sitting in 7th place.
Let me take a look at his car and see if he's got any damage here.
Yes, we've got Jonathan Swartz. Looks like he's moved himself up into that 2nd place position as we were talking to him. Justin Winters falling back a little bit now into that 3rd place position. So that 95 looking like he's got the long run setup going here. We do know that that 95 is coming down pit lane.
Well.
Along with the 15. Yep.
He's blowing that 15 Ford Mustang up big time. You saw that thing hopping around in turn 1.
I think Fritz is saving. I think, like I said earlier, these guys only had 6 sets of tires for the entire race. That's about a 33 lap average, 33.3 or whatever. So that's how far they can go on a set of tires. So if they were pitting right around 30 laps on a fuel run, that's about what you can get on a fuel run. It's 30, 29 if you really drive too hard. So maybe that's what they realized. They weren't going to make it if they kept taking tires and running as hard as they were running. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to stretch out their tires in this first segment and maybe stretch fuel too.
Well, it looks like Mo Abbott, Tyler Johnson also did come down as well. Jonathan Swartz leaving pit road. Matt Grenier, Alex Huffman. Or Matt Grenier leaving pit road as well right now with that 95. But it looks like 8 of Alex Huffman in. And, yeah, Mo Abbott making his way out of pit road. So Scott Fritz, Adam Lancaster, Justin Winters. As I say that, Alan Lancaster are going to come down pit road. So now it's just Justin Winters and Scott Fritz that have not came down pit road.
I'm looking out there with different cars.
Yeah, the 52 and the 1, like you always say, Josh, doing their best Houdini acts right now. So
They were both blinking there for a second, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. So that's what I was noticing. Normally, you see Jonathan Swartz blinking all over the place, but right now it's the 52 and the 1.
Looking at my overlay here, I've got a lot of guys. Everybody's blinked at least once, multiple times for Matt Grenier and John Schwartz.
Yeah, it looks like Scott Fritz, Justin Winter both coming down pit lane here. So that 1 and that 52 going to go ahead and bring it down pit lane. We'll see how Mo Abbott attacks this now.
Long stop for Alex Huffman. Long stop, 1 minute and 2 seconds. A lot of time with that.
He lost 2 laps. Wonder if he got held. Was he speeding on pit road?
Not sure.
Bad entry. Bad entry. Oh, yeah, bad entry.
So Mo Abbott's going to assume the lead here at lap 144. So Jonathan Swartz about a 2.5 seconds back, 2nd and a 10th
Mo
back,
Abbott.
excuse me.
Mo Abbott sitting good right now, man.
Yeah, Jonathan Swartz, though, is on that tear. I said it was a 2nd and a 10th. Now it's down to a 0.8. So he is starting to gain on that 48 car. Maybe that 48 car just trying to conserve what he has. Maybe let that 95 get out there and burn his stuff up. But like we said, everybody that gets out front seems like they start getting a really good run.
Yeah, we'll see what Mo Abbott decides to do here because Jonathan Swartz is all over the rear end. As I say that, though, he's going to go to the inside. 48, big loose coming on corner exit. That's going to allow the 95 by. The 48 had a moment there. See if he fights it back. It looks like you said, Chris, conserve. And that's what it looks like that 48 of Mo Abbott does do. And he is backing out of corner entry hard. And he is definitely conserving right now.
And speaking of Alex Huffman, looks like what happened is Alex had a bad pit road entry, and they held him. I believe that's what it was. He got a penalty for entering, and he hit the grass coming into the pits. So I think he got a unsafe pit entry, and it held him.
Why is everybody blinking? Oh my goodness.
It's like really bad right now. Like I'm up to 50 on some of these guys.
Okay, literally everybody's blinking.
There's something wrong.
They're back.
iRacing.
Yeah, so iRacing just looked like it was having a little bit of an aneurysm just then.
I don't know what just happened. That was insane.
It looked like a Christmas tree just lit up in front of my face. All the numbers were just blinking up. Jonathan Schwartz blinking a little bit there.
Having issues.
So yeah, just like we saw, just had a little bit of a hiccup there from all the drivers. That was kind of crazy. So yeah, maybe a little bit of an issue with iRacing servers going on just then.
Server about crashed.
Yep, that's what it looked like.
Man, look at that. Tyler Johnson up into third place, boys.
Severe sketch problem.
I just want to point out, though, look at the gap between Jonathan Schwartz and Mo Abbott. What in the world happened?
Mo is saving big time. I guarantee you he's trying to stretch
this out as
one stop. He's got to be trying to stretch this out as he doesn't want to stop again. He wants to take this 2-lap 200.
There's no way.
I guarantee you if we ride on board with him, he's probably clutching in.
He would have to go 59 laps without stopping, and you can't save that much.
No, he's not clutched in.
You might be able to save 5 laps, but fuel run's only 30 laps at best, 32.
Yeah, true. Y'all do run a tight fuels.
Yeah, with the 50% fuel.
I do forget that sometimes.
I think Mo he got down on the apron earlier. That's what happened with Mo. Ended up getting big loose off the corner and went down and hit the apron on the front stretch. Looks like he did it twice in a row, maybe? I don't know. I lost him. He disappeared there. That was during that whole server issue. Yeah. See Huffy going around him now. So Tyler stretched out to a 2-second gap on Mo, and he's a 4.1 gap behind John. So Schwartz seems to be really. I just noticed Schwartz's iRating has went up to 4K now. So he's been doing some work in this offseason. He looks like he's been putting in some work and raised his iRating a couple hundred points in the last 2 weeks.
4K iRating, that's a decent little iRating right there. Schwartz is definitely a driver that if I ran into in a fixed race, I'd probably just unregister from the race because I know I'm not going to win it. That man's just going to dominate, so it's just, what's the point of showing up if Schwartz is going to show up? It kind of feels like sometimes because it doesn't matter. I mean, at Sonoma, he finished, 50 seconds ahead of the field? And, it doesn't matter where you're at. Schwartz just seems to dominate, man, and the later and later it's gotten into this season, the better and better he's gotten. I am so ready for Cup season next year, man. Or next season, excuse me, because Jonathan Schwartz, I'm expecting that guy to be bad fast right there again, and it's going to be fun. A couple new faces and a lot more motivated guys going back into a fresh year. It's going to be fun to see the battles from week 1.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, about Bluegrass is you never know who's going to win because look at how many different winners. Even though Jonathan did win several races this season, look how many other guys won races. I think we had 11 different winners before our playoffs started. Sounds about right. I'd have to double check that stats real quick, but that's the beauty of Bluegrass, man. Iron sharpens iron in this league. 100%. I believe that is the truth about this league because every season that we've had, these guys have gotten faster and faster, and the ones that have been here since the beginning are so fast now it's ridiculous. See our season 2 champ Matt Grenier going around Mo on the inside there.
Yeah, he did just clear that 48. So Mo definitely having big issues after that apron hit. He must have heated those tires up and really, really killed him. Maybe got some flat spots on him in that race car. Definitely not handling properly. That 48 Lowe's machine is falling back in a big time. It seems like that apron was just his kryptonite because that Superman machine is definitely struggling.
Yep. And yeah, absolutely. We had 11 different winners in the Cup Series, which is that's just amazing. And the way I look at it, man, that's just you don't really hear that in many other series. So you don't have that many other winners in series because usually like a couple guys dominate the whole shebang. But like we had, Shorts he did pick up 6 wins, which, is amazing. He just didn't pick up the one that mattered, which was Phoenix, unfortunately. Like I said, he Huffy ended up getting the championship on that night, which was his sole win of the season. His only win of the season was Phoenix, and he brought it and showed up and made it count when it needed to count. And that's what makes a champion.
Yeah, want to go back and talk, point on something that you were talking about with Alex Huffman, that being his only win of the season. Actually had that win stolen from him on the Nashville Fairgrounds track. If you remember, I want to say it was Frankie Barrasso in the 12.
Yep.
He dove it down into the corner too much and just bumped Huffy out of the way. Yep, on the last lap, and bumped Huffy out of the way.
And then we had like the big 20-minute, because of the incident rating disqualifying a driver, and then Justin Winters won when he actually finished like second place. It was crazy, man. It was a crazy finish. It was awesome.
Justin was actually 4th in that race because we had to DQ our second place guy. Frankie spun himself coming across the line, so he finished. The guy that actually won the race got disqualified due to wrecking a driver. Frankie got DQ'd for wrecking Alex, so they both dropped to the end of the lead lap. The last car on the end of the lead lap, which then put our third place car. Should have been the winner, but he went over the incident limit as he crossed the finish line by running into Justin. So, and then that put Justin as the winner. It's a crazy turn of events, but that's just like I said, that's the beauty of it, man. That's what makes this league so special. Is these guys show up and it's just crazy, man. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, I noticed John Bradley Pill. Jason actually said, "Will we ever see a bluegrass race at Motegi?"
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I mean, whenever, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't know. Probably not. I try to follow what NASCAR runs, so with the exception of, like Wilkesboro, because that's the track they used to run, and I don't know the history of Motegi.
I wouldn't say maybe for a points-paying race, but an exhibition race,
Yeah,
it's
exhibition.
It's out there. It's out there. It definitely could happen, or not, just depends on the situation and, what the guys are feeling. There's so many different tracks. I'm pretty sure that these boys want to run in these big old heavy stock cars. We'll figure it out. We'll definitely have to see in the future, maybe working with a, an exhibition race.
Yeah. Talking about one quick thing. Sprint and jump. I'm just looking at the stats. This kid had 71% of his races were a top 5 this season. That's more than Schwartz. That's more than anybody. That's the most top 5s out of everybody. He had 15. Jimmy Allen had 15, and Huffman had 15. But Trenton ran 2, 3, 4 less races than those guys. So his average was 71%. Because he only started 17 of the 21 races. So that's pretty stellar, man.
Some stellar performances from our drivers that you're going to be expecting to see in Season 2. Well, hey, we've got about 37 laps to go before the good, so we're going to go ahead and, wait, is that 37 or 47? Man, I'm horrible at math. You know this, Chris.
37 to go.
37, thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. I can't count that, especially when I know there's people watching me. I panic. Don't laugh at me for my basic math lacking. I'm just going to be quiet. And, hey, enjoy these sights and sounds from the beautiful Nashville Superspeedway as we're going to go to a loud pedal here. And we're going to step away from the bluegrass booth as the 6 Tyler Johnson going to get loose. So, hey, turn it up and enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds as we go to a bluegrass loud pedal.
28 fitting. What are you fitting?
Better.
We come back from that bluegrass loud pedal, and look at that, Mo Abbott coming down the front straight. It is going to be a race as Tyler Johnson is on his way out of pit road, correct? Or do they? Yeah, they're on their way out now. Tyler Johnson, he's still out on track. Never mind, excuse me. I am way out of sorts, I guess you could say. Way out of sorts. I definitely thought Mo Abbott was coming to race for the lead, but I didn't notice that not all three of them were down pit road. So, you know what? Slap me in the head and call me dumb, because I am. As Tyler Johnson, though, could be getting a battle for the lead here. I mean, he's got full head of steam right now. Jonathan Swartz going to be getting that engine wound up going into turn 3. Look at that. That gap shrinking big time, boys.
Yeah, he's cut it down to a second and around 9/10, almost 2 seconds. He's got the momentum on his side, but John's got the tires on his side.
Yeah.
So let's see if that extra lap, makes a difference.
He's going to have to find all of his pace here through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. I mean, Swartz's tires should be up to temp fully by the time he gets through turn 3 and 4. So those tires on that 95 should be getting up to temp about now. As it looks like Mo Abbott just set the fastest lap of the session, 29.48 from that 48 machine. As he is sitting in that 4th place currently, 16 seconds back from the lead. And man, hate to see that 48 machine back here. But late race caution could change things, boys. Still not over, but these drivers pretty spread out right now. We'd have to throw a beer can out there and pop a tire to get one of these boys to spin. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see.
Yeah, just noticing Justin Winters is a lap down. I want to say that he came down pit lane a little late and had to go a lap down. He's currently sitting on that lead lap. Saw Alex Huffman disconnect. Maybe had a little bit of an issue or something happened with him. But that number 8 was going ahead and taking that car to the hauler. We did hear he had a lot of damage. Did sit in the pits for a very long time there. So maybe the car just was not doing what it was wanting to do. But look at that. Tyler Johnson's still holding that what Jason said, that 1.9 second gap to that first place position. So Tyler Johnson not letting that 95 get too far in front of him.
He's doing his best to hold on to him right now, but I just don't know that it's going to be enough, knowing how quick Jonathan is and how well he manages his race car. The guy's been phenomenal all season, just once again comes out to the All-Star race, and once we got past the stages and he said it was time to go, he's really just stepped on the gas and not looked back, guys.
Yeah, you are correct. I just got to say a big shout out though to that 6 machine, man. He was doing his best. I mean, he was so close to being he was only a second 7/10 back when Swartz came into pit lane. So if he puts only, another couple tenths on that driver before Swartz decided to go down pit lane, or he decided to go down pit lane, that could have been the deciding factor that got him in that little bit of that tail end of the draft. It looks like the 95 just had a moment through turn 2 for a second. He came out of the corner just a little odd. He's going to gather it back up, though. We saw that gap shrink about a tenth or two, but now it's going to go back up through turns number 3 and 4 as Swartz looks like he's back in the rhythm. That 95 machine looking like he's going to pick up that win here tonight. We're not going to sell anybody short yet. It could still be anybody's ball game here with about 22 to go.
Yeah, one of those things as a driver, when you're, say Justin Winters, it's really disheartening to be a lap down and know that a lot of these guys out here on the track are really good. And, cautions are one of those things that just kind of don't exist whenever you have a lot of good drivers out on track. So, that 52 definitely doesn't need to hang his head too low, though, because anything can happen here on this track. One of these cars could get around and pull out that caution and then get everybody stacked back up. He is currently on the only person that's on the track a lap down, so he would get the lucky dog and go back around.
Yeah, look at who's worked their way up into that 3rd position. This is something that I see time and time again in Bluegrass from season 1 until now. Matt Grenier pulling his way up into the top 3, and that's just something that you see Matt do week in and week out. Is he constantly finds a way to drive up to the front and put himself in a position to potentially win. And unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen tonight, but I mean, he did put himself in a position to be on the podium, at least, looks like.
Yeah, I was going to say money is money, so it doesn't matter where you're sitting on that podium as long as you get to walk away with a couple of dollars in your pocket.
Yeah, definitely. And we're coming up on 20 to go, or we are on 20 to go. We're coming up on 19 to go as we see, Schwartz coming around 1 and 2 right there.
Yeah, it looks like that 95 machine's definitely got the track figured out. He's now got that gap up to a 2.8 second gap. So, already put a whole second on that second place position Jonathan Swartz has. So maybe like Josh said, just going out here cruising at this point. He knows that all he's got to do is, just run his line, and he can walk away with $100 tonight.
Yeah, no mirror driving from that 95, man. I mean, he's 3 seconds up on Tyler Johnson. Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of looseness here and there. It's just one of those tracks, man, coming out of the corner. It can definitely catch you off guard. But 95's been dealing with it all night. All these boys have. They've definitely got to the stage of the race where they know what this race car is going to do, when it's going to do it. Just off visual cues, they're running, a good enough of a sim setup. They feel that race car and every little bit of physics that it has. They definitely know what these race cars are going to do at about lap 183 here. Coming up to that 17 to go this next time by. These drivers are settled themselves in. I mean, Jonathan Swartz looking to pick up the $100. Tyler Johnson looking to pick up that second. And Matt Grenier, he's another one of those drivers, like Jason said, just week in and week out, man, always finds himself up here in the podium positions. Matt Grenier is just a good driver, man. That Ford Mustang, very consistent, always finds himself up towards the front.
Yeah, he prides himself on being very clean every week, and usually comes away with the cleanest driver award nearly every week. I mean, obviously there's occasion when he doesn't do it, but for the most part, Matty G's, that's what we're going to call him, Matty G, champ. He's pretty consistent, so.
Yeah, I have to call him the Martin Jr. of Bluegrass, Mr. Consistency over here. The 15, like you said, always finds his way up into that top 5, top 10. That's something, everybody says, well, if it's not first, then, you're not technically winning. But, hey, you don't understand, some of these drivers, they get out here on the track and then, they can't get past, 15th place, and then, you got some guys that, they just slowly work their way up the field, and that's, something personally as a driver that I've noticed, that 15, basically doing the same thing I do. You just start figuring out, little things here and there, and you start, nitpicking your driving. And then, you're like, okay, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing that, or do this, do that. And then you start, seeing yourself go up, 3-4 positions a race. And then before you know it, you've won a race, So, that 15 doing a really good job. Matty G, like you said, doing a good job being up in that 3rd place position right now.
15 laps to go this time by, so 15 to the good. Jonathan Swartz extending that lead out another second, got it to 3 7/10, almost making it a 4-second lead here on that 6 of Tyler Johnson. Both up 10 positions, though. Jonathan Swartz started in 11th. That second position of Tyler Johnson started in 12th. So they both started in that row together. They're both going to finish next to each other, metaphorically, on that row. So we'll see, if they're able to keep it together. Don't want to commentate or curse anybody, but right now it's looking like it's going to be Jonathan Swartz, Tyler Johnson, and Matt Grenier on that podium. However they do finish it, that's up to them. But right now it's looking like that's going to be your 1, 2, 3, with Mo Abbott slowly creeping his way back up a little bit, as it looks like Justin Winters, he disconnected due to incoming packet loss. So either he DC'd mid-race, or that usually means you turn off your PC.
Alt F4'd it.
Yeah, Alt F4 as well.
Adam Lancaster is a guy that I expect to see a lot from this next season. He had a rough time season 2, got knocked out at Bristol in the playoffs, and then he had a rough season 3, got knocked out again early playoffs. But Adam's usually really consistent and puts on a really good show, and I think once he gets his groove back, this season will be really important, and he'll do a really well job there bringing things back. I mean, he did win a team championship with Elite Motorsports. Him, Alex, Justin, and John Kinder, as we were talking about earlier. Those guys took home the team championship this year, and it was really special, because although they didn't have Kinder and Lancaster didn't really have that great of a playoff run, they were able to still show up each week after that, help their teammate Alex, who got into the Final Four and ended up winning. So good to see guys like that.
Yeah, it's
All right,
always it's always good
sorry,
to see that.
Chris.
No, I was going to say, it looks like Jonathan Swartz is starting to come up on the back of the field. So it looks like Scott Fritz and Adam Lancaster are about to go a lap down here.
Well, it's 10 to go this time, Bob, but it's 9 to go coming up. So I was a little bit late on it. But stand up, do your 9 lap to go wave as they're hitting that 9 to go this time by. 9 to go. That flagman giving them the 9. Didn't give them the 10 because we're just worried over bluegrass. We don't give them the 10 to go. We give them the 9 to go. I just made that roll up only for this night because I missed it and I knew I was going to miss it. But that 95 of Jonathan Swartz, 9 to go, man. You just got to keep consistent, keep your head down. Don't worry about anything around you. You get to this lap traffic, don't even worry about it, man. I'm pretty sure they're either A, going to let you go, B, you're not even going to really catch them before you get to the end. I mean, you still got a good little gap before he gets there to him, but I don't know, he should catch him. Yeah, he's going to catch him. It looked like he was a little bit farther back, but I definitely see he's a lot closer than I thought he was. And 95.
Yeah, these boys are hollering on the radio. There's a piece of debris on the track. They're wanting that yellow to come out. Wanting to recycle and stack the field back up, make it interesting here.
Oh yeah, it's competition caution that Humpy Wheeler used to say. Get out on the race and stink up my track, I'm going to throw a competition caution.
Well, it's Tyler Johnson getting a little loose back there coming out of turn 4.
He is driving the absolute wheels off that thing. He is just giving it everything he's got, man. He's got nothing to lose here. Besides $25 in a race car that he said he's just wheeling that thing. Tyler Johnson's just rolling right now.
50.
50,
yep.
My bad.
Yeah,
I was
50.
thinking of the stage win. My bad.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long race. What?
Sorry, Johnson was just drifting out of turn 4.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was that
But
one.
he's good now.
It was that one moment where the Tokyo Drift music starts coming on, doop, 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 and then he's just sideways. Yeah, look at him, going
Man, that
sideways
car-
through the corner.
That car is bad loose right now.
Is it? For some reason I'm not seeing him. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I can tell he's having he's struggling right now, man.
Tyler Johnson maybe having a little bit of fun out there on the track. Maybe knows it's 5 laps to go. He's got an 11-second gap between Matty G. So maybe he's just going to kind of cruise. I like that name, though. I like that. That's what I'm going to start calling him. Whoa, as you see him getting really loose there. Woo. car's trying to get out from under.
Just hang on to that race car as we are rolling, man. Jonathan Swartz coming to the 4 to go this time by. 25 machine looking like he's going to just do it again. As he is going to roll it off into turn number 1 here. As he's really extending that car to the bottom of the track here in the late run. Not a lot of your drivers doing that. They're mostly starting to move up to that middle track. But it seems like Jonathan Swartz still comfortable rolling the bottom of the track here. As you see, Tyler Johnson finally looks like able to settle out his race car a little bit. We'll see if he's still loose back here. Oh, yeah, he's still just hanging out.
It's one of those things where, if I can finish second or third, doesn't matter. Still walking away with some money. But, hey, you can't really mess around too much because Mo Abbott's right behind Matty G. But look at that. Matt Grenier starting to move up through the field and, just dropped 2 seconds off of that second place of Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, I think Tyler just wore that right rear out, man.
It's like, oh, sorry.
It's like it's everything you can do to, to keep it's getting loose in and then it's getting loose off. So I mean,
he's just dirt tracking that car out there right now. As I said, we're gonna go to Jonathan Swartz, rolling it through turn number 3 and 4. He is gonna come grab the white flag here. Final lap of the race here at the Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race. Jonathan Swartz going to grab the white flag through turn number 1 and 2. Looks like he is just coasting to the middle of the track, 120 through the corner. As you see him catching Jonathan Swartz and Adam Lancaster, who are fighting for that 5th place position. We'll go back up on board here with Jonathan Swartz, who's Houdini in his way into turns number 3. As he's going to get down to the apron just a little bit, clip it, but he's going to save it. Roller off of turn number 4. Checkered flag out. It's going to be Jonathan Swartz picking up the win here at the Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race. Tyler Johnson into the wall. He's still going to pick up that 2nd place position, doing his best Kyle Larson impersonation at Darlington. Just drifted through the grass.
Jonathan was definitely the class of the field there to not put it on a wonderful show, running away at the end. Just managed to really figure something out during the race that these guys,
Thanks, Matt.
He just drove away from them, man.
We had a few more guys to start the race with.
Yeah, as you heard, all of the best drivers were in the race tonight. So, it wasn't like it was just, hey, go out there and dominate everybody. He really had to work his way through everything. Nice no sniffle there, Jason, but yeah, you see that 95 just having to roll it through the field and everything. But hey, gonna go ahead and burn it down here at the Nashville Superspeedway.
Yeah, he's gonna do a good all-star burnout right here. $100 richer than 95. He's gonna blow that machine up.
Tires there to blast it.
And I apologize. I thought I hit the mute button and I apparently misclicked it.
Oh. Is he going to do his best Mark Martin impersonation, just Parker, not even do a burnout?
Looks like it. He just letting her sit there, boys. He parked it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go through your post-race results here. It's going to be Jonathan Swartz picking up the victory here. The Joanne Hamdorf Memorial All-Star Race. He's going to be $100 richer here tonight, as it's going to be Tyler Johnson. Tokyo drifted his way into a 2nd place finish. $50 richer is that number 6 machine. 3rd place going to go to Matt Grenier. He's going to pick up that P3 position with Mo Abbott picking up 4th. Got Fritz picking up 5th with Adam Lancaster in 6th. Justin Winter 7th with Alex Huffman in 8th. Jeremiah Hobbs in 9th. Bryce Hunter in 10th. Dylan Butler in 11th. As you see that 95 machine starting to burn her down. It's going to be Casey Barlow in that 12th spot. And Ronnie Shirk rounding out your field in 13th. Short field here tonight. A couple drivers not able to make it, unfortunately, and but still got to see some good action all the way up until about the halfway point of the race, and we saw some drivers start to battle not only the racetrack but each other, and then eventually battle the racetrack and get into some wall damage.
I'll head out after the Polish lap.
But it looks like that 95 machine going to do his best Alan Kwiecki impersonation here after that win. He is going to take that victory Polish lap in that 95 machine. We've got our 3rd place finisher, Matt Grenier, into the booth, getting ready to pull him up and have a word with our 3rd place finisher. Matt, this is Chris, Jason, and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you were just picked up that third place finish there with a good little run to the field. I mean, you started fourth here tonight, and you fell back early. Had some, had some situations where everybody was just kind of shuffling through the field mid-race. But towards that late run, that 15 found a lot of pace. You're able to pick it up. Got that third place. How you feeling after tonight, and walking away with a little bit more money in the wallet here after this All-Star race?
I'm gonna take it. I'm not very good here. I don't have a lot of laps, so still a lot to learn for the future to come. But the way it worked out was kind of a tire strategy, and it got me in the third, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I was telling Josh and Chris earlier that you seem to always find your way up into a podium spot, and I've officially dubbed you Matty G.
Hey, that works. I guess Grenier's too hard to pronounce, huh?
Yeah, I know. I just realized I was saying it wrong this whole time when Jason told me, or didn't even tell me. I heard him pronounce it. I was like, "Yeah, that's nice to know." I didn't know that, so I do apologize for that. So.
Oh, you're good.
But hey, Matt, I mean, another good run from here tonight, man. Like we said, got a $50 in the pocket, so that's a good little run here. Third place podium finish at the All-Star race, and a good class of drivers out there. So not only did you beat up on some good drivers tonight, you did it in style, kept that race car clean, and got a podium finish here tonight at the All-Star race. So you got any final words, final thoughts, or shout outs before we let you go here tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for putting this on. Thank my parents for watching, as always. My fiance for letting me do all this. Jason for putting all this together and making things go seamless, and allowing us to put on a good show for you guys. So appreciate everyone that was able to come out to the race tonight and participate. So that was always good.
Real quick before you go, I want to ask you, what are you looking for next season? Like, do you have any expectations? How are you feeling about that? Are you ready? Are you pumped? I mean, give us your thoughts on that before you take off.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about next season. This season we saw a lot of new guys come in that were very fast. It proved that everyone had to step up their game. It became a lot. It was a lot harder to win a race this year. I feel fortunate to get the one I got, but I definitely want to get more. And I'm excited to see what we have to offer come for season 4. I'm sure we're going to get another crop of very fast drivers that's just going to increase the competition even more. So it's just going to allow us to put on an even better show, and I'm looking forward to the competition and making myself get better to compete with these guys who are really good to begin with. So
awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, hey, man, it's been good to see you race here tonight, man, and we're gonna be looking forward to seeing you next season. So again, good night, congratulations, and we'll be talking to you in the near future, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Bud. All right, and that was Matt Grenier. I'm assuming we're going with interview with Tyler Johnson. He was in the garage channel, not the staging area. I just wanted to make sure.
Where'd he go?
He's in the garage channel. He wasn't in the staging area. I'll go ahead and move him in. We'll see. Oh yeah, he moved it. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Tyler.
Oh, you got us? Okay, yep. It's Chris Johnson, Jason in the booth, buddy.
Yeah, I got you. I got a copy.
Yeah, me and Jason are just being, we're doing our best like pirouette. We're trying to, we're swim practice right now. So.
You're trying to figure out technology.
Yeah, we're old men up here, okay?
Tyler? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Hey,
no
buddy. You picked up that second place tonight, man. Saw you Tokyo drifting the car there in the last 10, and like you were just out there willing that thing. But hey, good run from here tonight. I feel like you were just about maybe a second off from being just in that striking zone with Jonathan Swartz. He got out of pit road right there in that last stop. Just a hair out in front of you, a second and 7/10 off is what it was at one point. And man, it looked like you had a shot there for a moment. You think if you had about another second on him before he goes down pit road, you're able to pick up a win here tonight?
I really think so. I that last pit stop, I knew I had to be aggressive. That's the only option I would have won, or only chance I would have had to win. So I had to be really aggressive, and I just wasn't aggressive enough. And if I had, maybe another second ish. I could have pushed my car a little harder and tried to follow him more and get that draft maybe and suck up to him, but yeah, it didn't work out. He's so damn fast. I hate it. But I mean, he's good. But yeah, it sucked. I really pushed my tires hard the first like 5 laps trying to gain on him, and then the final 10 I had a 10-second lead over third, so I just started drifting and having fun, because why not?
Absolutely. So let me ask you this: now that the Cup Series is going to be paying out $1,000 to win, does that make you want to come run the Cup Series instead of Xfinity this season?
That's I got an issue with that. Wednesday nights, I got a local dirt league starting, and obviously I'm way better at dirt because I can actually win a damn race in that. But so I think I'll do that on Wednesdays. I mean, if our season ends, the dirt season ends sooner than our league or whatever, and I can run it, I will. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick to Xfinity right now and hope to whoop your butt, Jason.
Bring it on, buddy.
I will.
Yes, sir. I'm loving the rivalries up here in the booth before we even get into the season. It's going to be fun to see you out there in the Xfinity cars next season, Tyler. So we're excited up here in the booth to see the show that you're going to put on. Now you're bringing it to all the new crop of the boys that are coming in. It's going to be fun to see everybody racing. But Tyler, before we let you go here after your podium finish here tonight, you got any final thoughts, words, or shout outs before we let you scoot?
Yeah, I mean, this season has been really eventful. I've had a lot of heartbreaks and a lot of tough moments, but Jason does a great job putting this on. You guys do a great job broadcasting it. I know my grandma watches every week. She loves this stuff. She gives her something to do. So shout out to her. Shout out to you guys. You guys do an awesome job. It's been a lot of fun in these Cup cars. It sucks I didn't get a win at all this season and came up one spot short tonight, but hopefully in the Xfinity season or Xfinity series, I can do something. But I don't know. It's been an awesome run. This season was fun. First time running a full season here. And it was so many people that are fast now compared to last season. And it made it a big challenge. And I should have probably practiced, but I never did. But it's whatever. It was fun.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I drive, man. I should have practiced, but we'll just go in it and run it. But,
exactly.
Hey, man, you did an awesome job this season, and it's been fun to watch you from up here. Not only up in the booth, but just from the race perspective. Learned a lot from you guys out on the track, and it's just fun to watch you guys season in and season out. We're excited to see you next season, Tyler, in the Xfinity cars, and again, congratulations on that second place, buddy, and we'll be talking to you, I'm sure, in the near future.
Absolutely. I hope so, but we'll see how it goes. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you as well. See ya.
All right, and that was second place. Tyler Johnson. Going to go ahead and have a word with your all-star winner here tonight, Jonathan Swartz. Jonathan Swartz, this is Chris, Josh, and Jason up in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I sure do.
Okay, man. That is what I like to hear. We got you up here in the booth. After that all-star win, you got $100 more in your pocket after that win. And, man, just got to ask you first, how does it feel winning this first race back since, the championship, how it went at Phoenix? How does it feel just picking up number one this win here tonight? And I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of a kick in the butt, give you a little bit more momentum than maybe how the season ended now compared to, you picking up a win compared to losing the championship and just not having anything. So going into next season with a lot more momentum, how's that going to feel for you?
There were 2 words that was coming to mind to me during the last 50 laps, and that was no caution. I did not want any cautions, and I was very happy that didn't happen. However, for the whole race, there was one word that was in my head, and that was redemption. Redemption from a few weeks ago. Man, I was on such a low after that race at Phoenix, and it was just, I keep kicking myself in the head just about everything that happened there and just forgetting to make that pit stop. I feel just that one pit stop decided the whole race, and I understand that's how these races go, and I understand that the excitement and stuff definitely creates like the drama and all that, and I appreciate all these guys that I race against, like Alex and Jimmy and Trent, and I was unfortunate that not all of them were able to make it tonight at Nashville, but yeah, redemption. So I'm just just relieved that something good was able to happen. It's just I've even had a lot of trouble like the last few weeks in NIS doing a lot of those races, finishing outside like the top 20, and it was just like these guys. I was like, this is one of the longest races that we've done throughout the whole year. I was like, normally these all-star races are quite short, but I mean this was a long endurance. Just really had to make sure I made it to the end, and then hopefully I was able to give it a shot. So I mean, there was not that many tires in this race, but like a lot of guys are kind of struggling with tires. But yeah, overall, just more relieved than anything.
Well, you were definitely on top of it out there tonight, that's for sure, man. And I'm glad to hear that you have, a sense of redemption because I was with you, man. It was a rough couple days after the Phoenix race for myself and the trucks. So I feel you on that, man.
But yeah, I definitely gotta give a shout out to Tyler. I knew it was gonna be pretty close at the end of that last pit stop. I think he was mentioning in his interview if he just made a little more on ground on his pit entry, he might be able to have me. I think it definitely would have been a close battle there since it was. I felt like track position was really important tonight, and I was like even during the first two stages, I was struggling to make spots up. So I knew I had to be aggressive in that last final stage to make spots, and man, I don't know how it happened since I had a lot of spots to make up, but I guess there was just enough time to do it. So definitely gotta give a shout out to you guys in the Bluegrass booth for just creating such a great show. And I don't know if my sponsors showed up. I was having trouble with trading paints, but I'll still give a shout out to Phoenix 7 and GTR Simulators and our Spud boxes. So yeah, thanks again for all your work, guys.
Well, I'll let you know. I saw your livery, so 100% was working for me, and so yeah. But hey, again, John, it's always good to talk to you, man. You were so dominant in the regular season, so dominant all the way through the Final Four. That one pit stop, like we said, put you on such a different playing field, and all that in the championship. That's behind though. You pick up the All-Star win, man. You put a little bit more money in your pocket, and you put a lot more motivation, I feel like, to yourself behind that race car going into next season. And we're excited to see you get it into next season, man. Get that race car going and see you run with all the new boys that are going to be in Cup. It's going to be fun to see some of the drivers that move up, some new drivers, and yourself, man. We're just excited to see all you guys go back to work. And yeah, it's going to be a fun one. But hey, if you've got any final words, final thoughts, shout outs, or anything before we let you go, you can go ahead and throw them out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm excited for season 4 and can't wait for it to start. So let's yeah, it's definitely a great night tonight, but also looking forward to the future. So can't wait to see you guys there.
Awesome. October 20th, man. That's when we're starting. So mark it down.
All right. Well, we will be seeing you soon, John. Again, congratulations on picking up the All-Star victory here tonight, man. And we'll be seeing you next season.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
See you, bud.
All right. Well, it is that time of the night where it is going to be the final words from me, Jason, and Chris. But, I want to say I just had a fun night here. And again, just a big, big thank you to the family of Joanne Hamdorf. We're glad that you guys were able to be here tonight. Unfortunately, like we said, the stream wasn't able to go up last week. And, we have to do this stream in remembrance of her. And, it's just an honor to, have her name on, one of the race cars out there. Honor to, be able to do this for a family that really enjoys it. So, Bryce, everybody that's in that family, we, like we said, our prayers and thoughts are with you. And again, big thank you to Bluegrass, Jason, all the boys and girls that make this thing go round. And yeah, very excited to be back next season for the trucks, Xfinity, and the Cups. So yeah, other than that, Chris, Jason, if y'all got anything, we can go ahead and wrap it up and get the folks out of here tonight.
Just big thanks to you guys for doing this. You all do an amazing job each and every week, and you've made the league really stand out in the broadcast, and I really appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to coming up and doing this with you guys again sometime.
Well, like I always say, Jason, at the end of every stream, man, we could not do any of what we do without you guys. Like you know, even the guys that don't really get a lot of talking, you know, Gary always in the background, you know, Brian Terry, you know, being around, you know, doing race control, helping out, you know, all these guys that do all this work that don't really get talked about a lot. You know, we talk about Brian Terry a lot, but you know what I mean? You know, you know, nobody really talks about Gary and, you know, and y'all's race control and the way everything that, you know, everybody that is a part of this league, it's crazy, you know, being a part of different leagues that come into this one and going, wow, it's like this is actually functioning and it's got a structure and it's just crazy to see how well you guys have this put together. And you know, that's one of the things that I say every weekend. You know, we could not do this without you guys. You know, we're just a bunch of dudes sitting in a chair watching a race. You know, you guys are the ones out there, you know, putting the show on and doing all the work. You know, we're just watching. So we couldn't do it without you guys, and you know, we just really appreciate the opportunity to be able to grow and to become bigger, and you know, to help you guys. You know, I'm not really in this for me. I'm in this to help you guys out because I like you guys a lot. So you know, again, just thank you for everything that you've you know, given us, everything that you've had, you know, given the opportunities, you know, for us to do. That's what I'm trying to say. So just want to say really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Like I said, this is a community that we've built. It's a big community now. It's really grown, and it's going to continue to grow. And I feel like if we keep doing things the way that we are and do a good job with it, this community will continue to grow and it'll thrive. And Bluegrass has big things coming, and everyone can expect that. And just going forward, we just want to keep building, man, and growing.
Hey, well, yes, I got to agree with everything you guys have said here tonight. It has been a fun send off to our postseason here for the Bluegrass Cup Series. Is what was it again? October 20th, correct?
Yeah, the 18th is when we're going to start the Truck Series. The 19th will be Xfinity, and then the 20th will be the Cup Series. But we do have the World 100 coming up on the 23rd of September, so we're doing that.
Yeah, so check out Facebook.
22nd or 23rd, I can't remember.
Yeah, check out Facebook for all that information. I know there's a lot of dirt track information going around. I'm not really too sure about dirt track. I know how to like turn it sideways just a little bit, but that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll get the information out on the Facebook so you can see all that.
But all right, well, this is going to be Chris, Josh, and Jason up in the Bluegrass booth saying our final thank you and good night to all you folks at home. And we will be seeing you October 18th for the Truck Series, October 19th for the Xfinity, and October 20th for the Cup Series. So make sure to join us next season, and we will be seeing you. Good night, and enjoy the rest of your week.